This is a Headgum podcast.
Freedom, noun. To ask nothing. To expect nothing. To depend on nothing. This insipid drivel comes from The Fountainhead, an interminable tome that tragically became one of the most influential books of the 20th century. Written by founder of objectivism Ayn Rand, The Fountainhead is so revered among hardcore libertarians that its protagonist, Howard Roark, is the namesake of Roark Capital, an Atlanta private equity firm founded in 2001. Today, Roark Capital owns a vast swath of chain restaurants, including Arby's, Buffalo Wild Wings, Carl's Jr. Hardee's, Dunkin', Sonic Drive-In, and a sandwich chain founded in 1983 in Charleston, Illinois by then 19-year-old J.J. Liautaud. At its launch, the shop offered 4 sandwiches of store-bought deli meats on home-baked bread, and quickly innovated the then-novelty of sandwich delivery, becoming a favorite of Illinoisans. The brand began franchising in 1994, and then grew exponentially with 100 stores in 2001, 500 stores in 2007, and 1,000 stores in 2010. In 2016, Roark swallowed the company whole like a giant Naboo sea creature, and the sandwichery has only become a bigger fish, today with over 2,700 franchises worldwide. Later in life, her health failing and her income dwindling, self-righteousness, selfishness prophet Ayn Rand applied for Social Security and Medicare under an assumed name, relying on socialism to sustain herself in her twilight years. Today, cash-engorged objectivist organizations have gamed SEO so this factual reality is smothered by skeptical links, but it's true. Ayn Rand died a ward of her hated welfare state. As for the sandwich chain, it lives and thrives under its Randroid corporate stewardship, and its perpetually sunburned founder is free to big game hunt to his heart's content. Because for all the mockery that's been heaped upon its morally bankrupt philosophy, objectivists ultimately assumed power in the Western world. And we all live in their libertarian version of freedom, where we can ask for nothing, expect nothing, and depend on nothing, except the ready availability of freaky fast subs. This week on Doughboys, we return to Jimmy John's. Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Nick Weiger, along with my co-host, Goober Eats.
Goober
the Spoon
Eats?
Man Mike Mitchell.
So I'm just a goober?
Goober Eats.
I'm just a goober?
Uber Eats with a G in front of it.
Is it Goober Pile? Is that what isn't it? Is that
Gomer Pile.
Oh, it's Gomer.
Yeah, Gomer Pile.
It's not Goober Pile.
Yeah, no, it's not Goober Pile.
Jemmy came over here to keep me company after your harsh roast.
I think she realized the show started.
Yeah, she's like, the energy in this room has gone down.
You got talent, baby.
Jemmy the dog snuggling next to Mitch.
Mhm.
Her usual resting place. She loves it
right.
over there.
Yes. Her usual spot. Resting place sounds weird.
All right, sorry. I mean, like a tomb.
I have had. We were talking about Abercrombie.
Yeah, that's right.
Before, now I have the LFO song stuck in my head, which is very annoying.
Well, we were talking about how we like girls who wear Abercrombie and Fitch. That's what came up. I sent in a roast a while back that was used in Burger King 4, and Mitch accused me of being Italian. And he was kind of right. I do have an Italian first and last name. However, I am adopted and am Latin American. You goober. Jokes aside, I love you all very much. Eat, drink, and be merry. How about that?
Oh,
Anthony
right.
P. roastedbirdfuck.com.
I'm waving bye to Amelia. She's just left. That's what that wave was.
Podcast starts. Amelia's out of here. Stick around for this shit.
I mean, the Italian doesn't have to be in your blood. It could have just infected you by way of...
Infected?
Maybe infected is the wrong word. I love Italian people. I grew up with them. Come on now. I love all people. I love all people. I knew that one day it would come where I was saying I love all people. Sorry for accusing you of being Italian. That's not right. But...
Which is fine. It's fine also to be Italian, just to clarify.
Yeah. Today we're talking a chain today that uses like Italian. They do like mafia ads.
So the Brad Garrett
Jimmy
ads.
John. Yeah.
Jimmy's Johns.
Yeah, Jimmy's Johns. Yeah, Jimmy's Johns.
I like those ads. We'll talk about them with our guests. But
Yeah. All right, we won't get into it yet. What's going on, Wags? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I think I need to stop shaving. I've
noticed a giant bandage on your neck.
Yeah, well, I took it off for the record, but I'm worried
it's
I'm gonna start
off.
bleeding.
Okay,
yeah, but I just because I'm on camera. But I'm like, I'm bad at it. It's like hard, right? I don't know. You've been bearded for so long that maybe you've.
I mean,
don't you find it hard?
You're 40 years old. What are you talking about?
I know, it's hard. I'm always cutting. Every time I shave, I cut myself.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a better razor, my man.
I got the fucking Mach 3.
Mach 3 is old, isn't it? You're going to get like a Mach 5.
Aren't these airplanes?
They're up to 5 now?
They're up to 5. I don't use Gillette after that one commercial. Remember if people got mad about the one commercial a long time ago?
It's
like a joke about me being a piece of shit and no one even remembers the reference. There was like a Gillette ad that was like, treat people the same, and people were like, we hate Gillette. Massachusetts company, I do think that they like were affected by it. I think their stock went down. I think it was bad, but they have like a Mach, it's over a Mach 3. How old is your Mach 3? Is it?
I've had the thing forever, but I get replacement cartridges at Costco. Like I swap them out. Like it should be right. It should work. I think I just like have unnaturally sensitive skin, and I think like what I should maybe do because
I'm worried. Did you get bit by a Dracula and you're just covering it up as a razor cut?
Bitch, no, of course not. It's ridiculous.
I saw on your sandwich today. No, it said no garlic in capitals.
Yeah, I just didn't want any garlic. I mean, I didn't want my breath to smell bad.
All right,
what are you talking about? Yeah. Can we get some sunshades in here?
They're actually coming today.
Wow. The sunshades. We finished the record Tuesday, 2 days ago.
Yeah, I mean this episode's coming out in the future.
It doesn't matter. I'm just saying we finished the record 2 days ago, and I don't know if you've noticed our guest. There's a TV over there.
That's right.
And they were playing bits of other podcasts, and Weiger thought I was getting too distracted, and afterwards he asked Anya. He's like, "Can we get shades?" And
I know.
He's like, the TV is distracting.
You're getting the order of operations wrong.
Sorry.
I'd asked for shades months ago.
Yes.
That's been in the works. The TV being on that you could see through is directly in your eye line and that you were looking at and commenting on. So it was distracting you.
I can pay attention to you too. I can do both.
You're looking over me. You're looking over my head to watch.
And then you said to Anya,
Pete Holmes on the TV.
You said Pete Holmes is not a part of this podcast network. Right.
Yet.
He's not a member of Headgum. I'm just saying. And so you said, Anya, can we turn the TV off during records? And I said, no, that request doesn't come from me. I don't want that to happen.
It comes from me because it affects me indirectly.
No, it doesn't. I'm not going to look at it. I could look. I can see the fucking Godzilla on the shelf over there. It's not Godzilla. I think it's a microphone, actually. And the NBA Jam. There's NBA Jam.
There is an NBA Jam arcade cabinet in the lobby. It's off.
What do you think is here's a question.
Yeah.
What do you think is the number one NBA, if you ask all NBA players, what do you think the number one jam would be?
Like their favorite song?
No, their favorite jam. Preserve.
I was like, do you mean your favorite like jam to listen to? And then like, oh, did you mean favorite like dunk to do? But no, you went jam, like in terms of like a fruit spread. I think probably
strawberry, right?
I'm guessing it would be strawberry or grape, just because those are the most popular ones. And I think if you survey any large group, it tends to like it's why the most popular ice cream flavor is vanilla, most popular pepperoni. Pepperoni's the number one pizza topping. I think that's what wins a general survey.
Does pepperoni beat out cheese? Is that the?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, interesting. I think my favorite jam would be Slam by Onyx.
Yeah, I know.
My favorite one would be Strawberry. I suck today.
You're doing great.
I can't believe I suck today. Usually you suck.
I'll have Anya turn the TV back on.
I ordered a belt. This is an issue. I ordered a belt from Fossil. I think they're watchmakers normally, right?
Oh wow, I don't know.
It ordered me a size 32 belt. I can barely get that around a leg. So
that's for a pretty slim man.
So I need to chat with the fossil people on the website if that is okay.
Right now?
I mean, I was going to see if I could get away with it. I want to see how distracted I will be. Yeah.
All right, fine. Just do it. Play your drop and start the chat with the fossil rep.
Emma,
over upsizing your belt.
Emma, hit him with a drop.
Salad is done, so I guess I'll be eating. By the way, I like the part where Timbaland, it's Timbaland, right? Has a little rap like section.
Yeah. That was from Cry Me a River.
Yeah.
I don't know how old that is when we were talking about it. Anyway,
yeah, I don't remember. I do kind of remember doing that on the show because damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. Yeah, I remember that part. Yeah,
dude, Timberlake fucking rocks.
Timberlake x Timberland. What a collab.
The Timber combo.
That's my favorite jam.
That's your favorite jam?
That's my number one jam.
Cry Me a River?
Cry Me a River's pretty good.
I'm just picturing NBA players dunking to Cry Me a River.
So how does the jam, the fruit spread come into play?
If you're talking unrelated. About an NBA like jam song, that's why I think Slam would be a good...
Slam.
Slam, da-da-da.
Yeah, kind of underused. You know, they still use Van Halen's Jump, Criss Cross's Jump. There's a new Jump song, which we've talked about. I don't know who does it, but...
Also, Slam is it's like, let the boys be boys. Yeah. And you know what? Bring that back. You got to let the boys be boys. Let the boys be boys. Come on.
Podcast is turning right. You knew it was happening.
It's been in the water for a while.
You want to get those Patreon numbers up. Speaking of belts, Mitch, I think I've worn a pretty good belt today. Can I show it off?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going to happen here?
Check out this belt, huh? Is that on camera?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
That's cool. I like it.
Thanks, Emma.
You wear that belt, you cut yourself shaving. If the evidence, if you showed people the evidence and didn't show you, it's like this person cut themselves shaving and this is their belt. Someone would be like, they're 11. If they were to guess, if they were guessing. This is a bad quality and sounds deep fried. This is bad quality and sounds deep fried, but maybe it'll make the cut. Jess. Thanks, Jess. I liked it.
Thanks, Jess.
It was good.
Drops at birdfuck.com.
And now I got Cry Me a River instead of New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Even though I'm sure that all of the Headgum hunks probably constantly have that song in their head.
Have you ever watched I'm sure it's on a loop. Have you ever watched the LFO, the guy? And he unfortunately passed away very young, but did you ever see his Howard Stern interview?
Oh, no.
It's incredible. I'll find the clip for it, but he's such a good interview. He's just so locked in, and he has all these shows, these stories about Lou Pearlman, who is the imprisoned guy who I think himself has also passed away by this point. But
Let the boys be boys.
Yeah. But he's he's the guy who put together LFO and Backstreet Boys, and
we're not talking about Lou Pearlman when we say let the boys be boys.
But just and what a weird creep piece of shit
monster
he was.
Piece of shit. I knew that. Maybe I have seen this interview. What a sad way to start the show off. Anyways, let's intro our guest.
Speaking of sad pieces of shit.
Never. Our guest, thrilled to have them back. An actor and comedian from AP Bio and Work in Progress. Mary Sohn is here. Hi, Mary.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for
being here.
Whoa, high five.
I love that.
I was so
cool
unprepared.
That was cool as hell.
I got nervous.
And also, you know what's cool about that is you just had your cup in your hand and it was cold to the touch. You were cool. You were so cool. You were cold to the touch. How about that?
Let the boys be boys.
That is a good song. I mean, besides the...
It's a great song.
It's Onyx, Onyx is...
That was Onyx and Biohazard. And that was do you remember the rap rock collabs when that was happening?
Well, that was a very early one,
The Judgment Night soundtrack was a big part of it. Do you remember that Dennis Leary movie?
Oh, yes, yes.
And then on that, a bunch of metal bands and rap groups were were doing singles together. And I think that was one of them. I could be wrong.
Who's the guy in Onyx who then was an actor?
Oh man, I don't know.
Oh fuck. He was maybe on The Shield. Fuck. I'll get
Look it up.
Yeah.
But I don't make sure to check up on your fossil chat.
Secretly looking at my fossil chat.
I'm shocked to hear you say that you're not good at shaving because your skin looks so baby smooth.
Oh, thank you.
It really does.
Oh, what a nice thing to say.
And then I have to follow it up with a less nice thing to say. All right, I'm coming in hot.
Please do this, whatever it is.
Okay, face silky smooth. The belt has such a fuzz on it.
It is a little fuzzy.
You got a little fuzzy belt.
Hella fuzzy belt.
You got fuzzy belt.
A cute
Jesus,
belt, but
love.
Yeah.
quite fuzzy.
Yeah, it is a little fuzzy. Yeah, I don't know what. It might need to be delinted. I don't know. Maybe it's just fraying. Yeah, no, it's a good note. We'll work on it.
I got an idea for you.
Yeah.
Toss the belt. Toss it.
No.
Toss the belt, lose the belt.
Look, I know you use it every night.
Okay.
Mary.
Speaking of autoerotic asphyxiation joke.
That's what I'm saying.
Umbrella?
I also just realized how inappropriate it was to say our guest's name and then do what I was doing, so I deeply apologize.
This is bringing back some memories from my old apartment. Hey, Mike.
I was trying to say that you autoerotic.
Yeah, I know. We got it.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out the when you said his skin was baby smooth. I was trying to remember the name of the blood that they claim Hillary and all of them drank. What is it called again?
Adrenochrome?
Adrenochrome. Adrenochrome.
It's like adrenaline. Adrenochrome.
Yeah. I was gonna accuse him of taking adrenochrome for his baby smooth skin.
No.
Do you think we'll taste test adrenochrome before the pod is over?
I don't know if you can actually get it. Can you get your hands on it?
I would be interesting just to try it. Adrenochrome. I guess can you just take some blood? Can you this is getting into tricky territory.
Well, the other thing, and I don't know how related this is, but there is like
Doughboys listeners, if you got a child between the ages of 5 and 12, and you're cool taking some blood on them, we'll try it here on the air.
The blood.
We'll try the blood.
But it has to be the same type as your blood, right? You can't just take any blood. I don't think if you're going to do a transfusion.
Well, I have no idea what blood type I am, so
you don't know your blood type?
No, I have no
Mitch,
idea.
You gotta know.
Is it on your license?
I mean, not by default, I don't think.
I have no
What's
idea.
yours?
I am type A. Pretty big type. Not as I think it might be the most common type.
Oh, it is?
I think so. Maybe O is more. O is the universal one.
Anyone can have O?
O is the universal donor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm type A positive. Do you know yours?
O.
Wow. Also O. Okay, great.
I think you might be type D positive. I think you might have Dracula in you now. Just let you know. How have I made so many? I'm asking people for blood. I'm out of control today. I don't know what's going on.
You're doing fine.
I'll tell you this.
You're thriving.
I actually did get blood extracted yesterday.
Whoa.
Should I just
By a
say what I
Dracula?
did? Not by a Dracula. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do we call nurses Draculas? I guess they are in a way.
We don't commonly call
nurses Dracula.
No.
But if you think about it, they do take blood quite a bit. They are kind of like
my mom was a nurse and she wasn't a fucking Dracula. So why don't you just watch what you're saying?
They're like they're a working man's Dracula. They are. Nurses are working man's Draculas. She took some blood from me. She took some blood from my vein. I'm going to be honest about what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
She took some blood from my vein, and they
taking your hat off.
They spun it down for a reason. They spun it down. They Now that's what I'm talking about.
Mitch, don't put the
That's
Celtics
cute
hat
as
on.
well.
That's cute as
He
hell.
doesn't deserve that.
You're just mad because it's not a Lakers. You'd be fine if it was a Lakers hat.
Yeah, it would be. It'd look great.
Jemmy's actually scared of basketball. So
Is that true?
I mean, they make big scary noises when they bounce on the ground. She doesn't like it.
You're 100% right, baby.
Sweetie.
Leave that hat on her head too long, she's going to start barking at Italians.
That's pretty good.
So you took your hat off. You got some blood transfusions. Blood
Hey,
taken.
ladies, the dog is doing the. I went in. I got blood extracted.
Yes.
And then I'm losing some hair. I'll show you. I'm losing hair here.
Yeah. I'm same for me. My
And
hair,
me
my
as
hairline.
well. I'm thinning up front.
Back. Yeah, it's
Here,
the
and then-
aging process.
And then here on the back of my head.
Sure, yeah, like the same thing.
I went to a dermatologist.
Crown baldness.
And I asked him about hair loss.
Yeah.
And so they take out I am doing an adrenochrome sort of thing. They take out the blood, they spin it around, and then they needle your scalp. I got
Wow,
needled.
that's interesting.
With the blood?
With like the plasma from the blood. They like spin it down. I think it looked like kind of almost clear when they were doing it.
This is a newer procedure. Like this is not like you're getting hair plugs. Not like you're getting like a hair transplant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's not a transplant.
It's like revitalizing the existing.
It's supposed to grow your
Interesting.
fountain of youthy in a way.
Yeah.
Is this the Urlacher?
What is
The procedure?
Oh, I don't know. That's a great question.
Wait, Brian Urlacher, the Chicago Bears, is that what you're referencing?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
He got that?
He got
He
it?
got some sort of hair treatment, and now he's luscious locks.
Wow.
There are billboards all around O'Hare Airport in
That's it.
Chicago that have Brian Urlacher on them, and it's a bunch of O'Hare jokes about like your hair and O'Hare the airport. They're all over the place.
Oh
It's a big
shit!
thing.
O'Hare never misses a beat.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Good for them.
That is funny as
That is
hell.
good.
Good for O'Hare.
Yeah.
That is funny as hell.
Logan is not. There's like some anti-Italian propaganda, but that's kind of it. Logan doesn't do anything fun like that. Yeah, I don't know if it's a similar thing, but he was needling my head and he needled up here a little bit. It was painful. It
Yeah,
was
did it
like
hurt?
like a 5 or 6 on the pain scale. It was kind of
This was the first time?
this was the first time. Yeah.
And I just bought a 3-pack of minoxidil from Costco.
Yeah.
And it definitely says it's not for women, but I'm thinking about doing it.
Interesting.
Giving
yeah.
it a whirl. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it probably, yeah. Well, interesting. I don't know if I was about to give doctor advice. Well, if you want to talk to Dr. who probably doesn't appreciate me saying his name,
We can bleep it.
we can bleep out Dr. I'll give you if you want to talk to him too.
I'm scared. I got to try a topical first and then.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's where I'm at. I'm doing the I hope I can remember the name of our sponsor, Keeps. Do we know? Is it Keeps?
Keeps or Hims?
Whatever our sponsor was, I think it was Keeps or Hims. I've been doing that, and then that's like a rub thing in the scalp. The thing is, though, and Mariana, you can see this from here, and I don't want to make you look at my scalp, but like I'm getting like some dryness of my hairline now.
You think
So
that's from the hymns?
I think it maybe is, yeah. I mean, I probably shouldn't say that.
Oh.
I think you just got I think you got dry head, my man.
I could just have dry head. That could be a
You're a
different
hat
thing.
wearer too, usually, aren't you?
I've been wearing my hat less since I've cut my hair because I had it very long for a time.
Are we letting the locks out in 2024? Should I? I mean, I feel like I look stupid. I'm gonna put my hat.
You
back
look
on.
great.
Oh, you look great.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you look nice.
I said yesterday that I feel like when I have my hat off because I wear like a hoodie and
Yeah.
my shoe is untied. Truly, I feel like when I don't have a hat on, I feel like a little kid. Like I feel like I have like spaghetti sauce all over my mouth.
Right.
Well, you do, but that's different.
Frailbot used to say like you used to have spaghetti sauce on your mouth all the time as a child. That's Frailbot said that to me. That's like how he remembered me as a kid. But without a hat, I just feel like a little. I feel like a little ragamuffin. I feel like a little child.
I found a before and after Brian Urlacher. He was just like completely bald. He was like
Wow.
full on
Oh
chrome
shit!
dome.
Wow.
Yeah, damn.
And now he's got a good head of hair. So that's whatever he did is pretty impressive.
Wow.
Urlacher was pretty great in some dark Bears day. Are you a Bears fan?
I've never really got into football much.
Yeah.
What's your sport?
I do like, I really like watching basketball.
Your Chicago Bulls.
Jesus. I'm surprised Jimmy didn't start fucking barking. That's horrifying. Good girl. The podcast had bored her into a comatose state, so she didn't fucking react. I mean,
Do you have a favorite player?
Wemby.
Oh wow,
Oh, I
Wemby.
like
Yeah.
That's fun. I
yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
he's so fun.
That's a
Yeah.
great choice.
He's man.
This is the new for people who don't follow the NBA. This is a French superstar who's in his first year in the NBA and in the league. And he plays for the San Antonio Spurs, and he is like 7'5", but just so athletic. It's like a gazelle out there. It's amazing.
So nimble and
Yeah.
fast and really elegant. And when he plays, it's insane.
Yeah, he's awesome. I know. I'm. You always worry with injuries, but I feel like bigger guys like that now don't get hurt as much anymore. I mean, like, and they're also way more they're athletic now. They can shoot 3-pointers, which like back in the day, Dikembe, Mutombo shooting a 3-pointer. You could tell that like Dikembe could get hurt at any minute, right? Like, isn't that what you thought? Like, Dikembe just looked fragile. He was huge and he was amazing, but I'm saying like,
Are you thinking about Manute Bol?
oh yes, but also Dikembe. I mean, he was thicker.
Dikembe was a big guy, but he was a
Yeah.
little stronger. I mean, maybe he was injury prone. Actually, I'm not remembering this point, but like, Manute Bol is like would step out behind the 3-point line and was
Sure,
also like
that's a
just
better
hugely
example.
tall. Like he's like
Yeah.
7'6", but rail thin. But yeah, I think there is something like to Wemby and Chet
Bobo.
Holmgren are like they have these lean like builds, and Anthony Davis, you've seen the same thing. He's like leaned out a little bit, like like everyone's getting a little bit less muscular because I think just that much weight on your body when you're that big.
It's the Giannis kind of model.
Yeah, right,
It's like
yeah.
that- yeah.
An absolute square.
Yeah,
Like the shoulders are like,
I challenge them to a
no,
one-on-one
bitch.
of NBA Jam. I still also get my ass kicked so bad. We just want to have an NBA player on the show. It'd be cool as hell.
That would be great.
That would
We
be
almost
cool.
got Taco. Remember we almost got Taco Fall?
Yeah, we did. We were in negotiations with Taco Fall.
And then it just he was on the flight in front of me, Taco.
And you asked him? You passed up a little napkin?
He was like directly in front of me. I was like, hey, I'm a fan, and you want to like, I have a podcast. He said yes, and then he needed help getting to his rental car, and I walked him to his rental car, and then
What is a guy that big rent? He must be like a giant SUV, right?
It was the craziest thing about is like, you've been around celebrity, you've seen celebrities here in Hollywood.
Yeah, sure.
No
I'm looking
one,
at one right now.
Lucky the Leprechaun. Who the fuck are you talking about? That's very. Kind
I don't know,
of you.
Stu from Twisted Metal.
Oh,
How
that's
about?
kind of you, Wags. Fuck off. I never seen a guy get just. It was at LAX, but he was like so approached, and it's
Yeah,
not like he
for
was
sure.
like he's not like it's not like he was like he's not even in the league anymore right now. But it's like not like he was like a huge player. I mean, literally huge.
It's
but,
that's the thing. It's the added element of like also our fascination with giants. It's like,
Yes.
oh my goodness, that person is so huge. They must be an athlete, and then also the people who recognize them on top of it. But yeah, that's a crazy thing. It must be impossible to live like that.
Yeah, no, he was getting approached like left and by like everyone at the airport, and I was like, oh, this is insane. I've never seen this with like even like a celebrity. I mean, I guess I don't go to the red carpets premieres too often.
You're kind of too big for that kind of thing. Yeah, I get it.
I think the move would have been just acting like a security guard. And then you just get like, excuse me, Mr. Falls, got to get through. And then you have a friend for life.
That's
like,
very
hey,
funny.
Hey, man, thanks for helping me out there.
But then also I'd be like, Taco, help! When I'm in trouble. A little kid has me in a headlock. I'm weak, as you've forgotten. You're
a strong man. Come on.
I mean, like, I thought that I was very weak until I came to California. I'm like, man, I could beat the hell out of a lot of these people.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah.
like, it was like in Boston, I'm like you in Boston, and here I'm strong.
What the fuck does that mean?
Let's just say, you're not the toughest guy I know.
How dare you?
I'm just saying, when I got out here and it's like, hey, I'm Kowalik, and I was like, just can knock all these people over. The birthday boys? I could take all the birthday boys.
Yes.
At once?
Ooh, at once would be tough. At once would be tough. And you know what, Hanford is very quick to jump to action in a good way.
Sure.
We were at the Staples Center. What show we were at? And like some guy started being like very physical with another guy, or maybe his wife even. It was very awful. And Hanford jumped right in there. And I was just kind of there with a hot dog being like,
Yeah, right.
And it did make me be like, oh, I'm like a person who wouldn't jump. Like, in the time, it's like this hero like saved the day when like there was like whatever, a guy had a gun. Hanford is one of those guys. I was just like, oh, whoa, this is crazy with a hot dog in my hand. Oh, entertainment. Like, that's kind of what but Hanford was like running there. Was like, hey, you break it up. He
broke it up?
He did. He did.
That rules.
It did. I was like so impressed.
Yeah.
I think it was like by the time I even had like mentally realized what was going on. Hanford had already jumped in there and not the quickest, as you know.
Yeah, sure, but I'm also like I'm picturing this, and I'm also can't not think of Hanford doing it in a Hanford-y kind of way. It was like, hey, yeah, you're getting a breakup, everyone. Come on, what's going on here? You know, like kind of being Hanford-y about it.
Whoa, what?
Wait, hold on a second. Oh, guys are up to no good here.
You know what's funny is
Yeah.
he kind of did break it up in a Hanford-y way. Not like it wasn't like he wasn't being funny, but it was like, whoa. You know, he did like a Hanford-y.
Of
He
course
did a
that's what he
Hanford-y
did,
thing.
yeah.
He did a Hanford-y thing.
I gotta have him tell it sometime. I want to hear exactly what he did.
Where, if there's maybe a Roger Waters concert.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had a hot dog at a Roger.
Mary, let me tell you something.
I don't need to be coming for you. I don't know why I'm coming for you so
Let me
hard.
tell you, you won't find me at many events without a hot dog. I think that's especially now that I figured out that popcorn maybe hurts my stomach. I was at the Vista.
Yeah, you don't
saw
have
Quentin Tarantino.
So then
ate some popcorn. My stomach hurt.
It's either your other option is like nachos.
Yeah.
The soft pretzel I always feel like is so heavy, and also it's not the same sort of snacking food.
Yeah.
But the problem with the hot dog is I'm done with that hot dog during the first trailer. Like that hot dog just going.
The hot
straight
dog
down
is
throat.
the hot dog is gone within within a minute.
Right.
You kind of want to swallow it down.
Yeah, of course.
But
you ever eat the hot dog before going in the theater? I do that sometimes.
You sucked that thing right out the bun.
Excuse me, I just got a bun.
Oh, this guy trying to return his fucking hot dog. I love it. Do you like or dislike the Costco hot dog?
Love it.
We're fans.
do.
Big fan. What about yourself?
I really liked it when they had the raw onion because I'm nasty.
Yeah,
But
I'm with you.
Yeah, but now that they don't have that out there, it really loses something, but it does also stay with you for a while.
For sure.
That's a little tough.
That was a major quarantine downgrade that I was hoping would get rectified because they did bring back the chicken bake. They had that off the menu for a while, but they really streamlined the Costco, the Costco food court. They really streamlined the menu. They closed it off to all but members, which is a little bit annoying, even though I am a member and executive member. No big deal. Anyway, but
ask for them to bring it back. Ask whoever.
Bring back the raw onion because you would have the little onion thing you get to roll it too, and that was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
That is fun.
That was fun.
Is there just a whole onion in there? Are you cutting it up while you do that? That's what I like to think of.
I mean, probably not, but that's fun to think of. It is fun to think of. My mom made me figure this out. I like all beef franks.
Yes.
She doesn't like. She likes the mix of the pork and what is it? Pork and whatever. Pork and beef.
Yeah, pork and beef. Yeah, sometimes
like
chicken
a mix.
in there.
Yeah, but
the Costco one is all beef.
She likes the pork hot dogs. They're both very good, obviously. Yeah. But I think I do like pork hot dogs more. I was gonna say, if I was anything like our Redditors, when the people who were on our Reddit board. If I saw Quentin Tarantino at the Vista, I would have gone up to him and been like, your popcorn makes my stomach hurt, Mr. Tarantino. That's the level of what you post on our Reddit.
Your movies are problematic, Mr. Tarantino. You should
you show feet, and I think that you like feet. And
I think that's an issue.
I went onto our Reddit this morning, which I know you say never to do.
Yeah, don't just stay out of
there.
But
there was a thing that said,
stay away from those sewer rats.
This is at like 3 a.m. because I was up. There was a thing that said Mitch is on fire for this episode.
Oh, that's
very
nice.
Wow.
And then another one that said my joke. Both of them had down votes. So there's a guy who just goes in there and is down voting a nice thing said about me.
There's some real turds in there.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't go. Don't listen to the show, you fucking weirdo.
I'm just going to say, shut down the subreddit.
No.
Shut down the subreddit.
No. Also,
if you're a fan of the show and you're a moderator of the subreddit, you were adding genuine distress to one of the hosts' lives.
No, I like it. You
don't like it. You do not like it.
There's positive comments in there. One guy said Mitch is on fire. That's nice. You can't read anything. This is what I have.
I did go to that post. I did read that post and downvote it.
It's my National Enquirer where we see stuff just about us from psychos that don't like us. By the way,
is someone I know someone is going to like look up how much the belt I'm wearing costs or something like that,
of course.
or how much a Fossil belt costs.
It was $45.
They're going to yell at us about
know.
that. Yeah,
it's $45.
Yeah.
Sorry. I apologize. I'll donate to some fucking belt thing. Wags, we gotta get a little bit to the restaurant because our guest is a fan. But I want to say this. What were you gonna say?
No, I would keep going. Finish your thought.
You called me this morning.
Yeah,
and you said, "Mitch, I'm sorry, I'm running late."
it's true.
Little did you know, I wasn't here. I was just leaving my house. So I just wanted to be open with you. Wags called me and was like, he called me like basically at the start of, we were supposed to be here at noon.
Yeah.
He called me at around noon and said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like, I'm running late."
Yeah, I was in really
And
bad
I was like,
traffic.
"Oh, it's cool, dude. It's fine." I was just on my way to work.
Well, it worked out.
It worked out. I was still here before you. You were
did.
late
No,
by Wags standards. Sorry, spitting everywhere. You were late by.
I was genuinely late, and
it's
I
like a
did stress me.
Dilophosaurus over here.
Good pull.
Thank you. Dilophosaurus the spitter's dinosaur from Jurassic
Didn't know
Park.
that.
Which actually turns out they don't. I met the guy. I told you this at Legendary Effects. I met the guy who actually who shot the goo out of the Dilophosaurus, which is so cool. And he lives
What's up, fellow goo shooter.
The Dilophosaurus is like, "Give it a break, man." He lives near that guy lived near Dennis Nedry, Wayne Knight.
That's amazing.
And like he'd always be like, he'd always like make a joke to him about.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. He shot
great
you. They like, I guess it was the goo was like a mix down of like he shot it with through a paintball gun.
Wow.
And it was it's like melted down with a bunch of different things, like condoms. I think he used my my condoms from college.
The one you had in your wallet for 4 full years.
I mean, we need condoms for this. Like, I know a great source for it.
Mary, I want to ask you about, because last time we had you on the show, it's been too long, we were talking insomnia cookies. And I think we all had a positive experience with insomnia cookies. But have you revisited insomnia cookies since our episode?
I haven't. I haven't.
That's the thing.
Have
I was
you?
like, I've gotten it as gifts a few times, but I haven't gotten it I haven't just been like, I'm going to get insomnia for myself.
Did it make it into the Golden Play Club?
I think it did.
It should have. It was.
Yeah, no, we had a great experience with insomnia, and versus the other big one, which is crumble. Like, we definitely preferred it to crumble.
Crumble, which is what we send out for gifts, by the way.
We'll crumble someone sometimes.
Which you
depends.
do. Wags is very on top of birthdays, and he yes.
I try to be.
He's very good with that stuff. And he said, "I'm going to send some crumble to this person." I said, "Thank you for doing it." He's very good with that stuff.
Very sweet. Crumble is the one where you blast it with a syringe?
I think that's the Dilophosaurus. No, there's some that have like some flavor injections to them, but it's not like you get it and you inject it.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. What is that?
I'm just really easily influenced. I'm like not on other social media, but I love to lurk on TikTok and all the like food trends and the injection of cookies and stuff. I'm very susceptible.
Yeah.
I like it all.
Yeah, that's I mean, I take screen grabs of restaurants. Like I now follow like 1 Hour Lunch. What's the other one? Well, I follow our boy, the guy who talks like that. Remember, Luke Foods. Luke Foods. I follow Luke Foods. Luke Foods is great. Dang, it's Wayne. Who else do I follow? There's like a few food. Locks level. Rick Locks. I follow too.
No gals?
Interesting.
Sister Snacking, I follow. There we go.
Okay, all right.
He's making this shit up.
The Lady Food Group.
Yeah, okay.
Chewy Chicks.
That's That's an alt-right account. I don't. Okay, it's not an injector.
I don't know. It's like they have just like really big, bulky cookies that have a lot of, over-the-top toppings. Sure. I don't know, that Crumble is also good. And I think Crumble is maybe sometimes the better gift box because it's a little bit more...
hey, don't get distracted, Wags.
Someone was looking at me and then gave us a smile. I was like, well, I got to wave.
Who was it?
That's just a guest for another podcast.
It was Lamorne Morris. I saw him on the way.
Very friendly.
And let's just say I tested for one of his shows with him, and I didn't get the role.
Do you want to get him in here?
Get him in here. How awkward would that be? He sits on this chair next to me.
He sits right here.
They both, Insomnia and Crumble both have their place. But yeah, that was the thing. I'm always curious about that because sometimes we'll have like this great experience. And I find myself, especially as the person doing the show every week, is like, oh man, I should get that more often. And then I never do it again until we revisit the chain. Yeah. And I'm curious. Our guests, for the most part, it seems to be the same thing. It's just like, oh yeah, even if you like it, if it's not part of your regular consumption habits, you're not going to go back to it,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like this injector. It reminds me of the needle from yesterday. Kind of. It does. The plasma, which has youth properties. Imagine if it slipped and he got my hog. And then my hog's going to go get younger.
It got bigger somehow.
It swelled up like a bee sting. It got bigger. On that note, Wags, I want to say this.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to my sister, Courtney. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Courtney. I should text her.
You should text. Oh, she would love that.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you know what? She never listens to the podcast, so you can say that, and we don't have to edit this out, that you'll text her, because she won't hear it ever.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Send her a text. Why not? Mary, I want to talk about sandwiches before we get into Jimmy John specifically. Right. Sandwiches, one of the most common, like a lunch that you get out, but also a lunch that you would get. I'm going somewhere with this. Let me cook. One of the more common lunches you would get out, but also I think one of the more common lunches you'd prepare in the home. Are you someone who makes a sandwich at home?
Yeah, very sparse though.
It's a rare occasion.
Oh no, I'm sorry. What I'm putting in it is
just a very simple sandwich.
Yeah, just like a real an English muffin with a couple slices of a circular meat and maybe a cheese.
Do you put a condiment on there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, condiment.
A condiment of mint. That's Weiger's his favorite toppings.
Yeah, big pizza condiment guy. I love a Kewpie mayo and mustard, like a really stone ground mustard.
I've been getting that Kewpie mayo from Costco. They get the big boys. Yeah, the 2-pack.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before, and I still stand by it. Whenever a place over meats their sandwich, there's only one or two specific places that I like it, but if you over meat your sandwich, I don't like it. Too much. I mean, unless I guess the star of the show is just that meat. If you go to Langer's and you're getting pastrami, and there's a slice of Swiss on it, but it's a big stack of pastrami, I'm fine with that.
But sometimes you'll get the meat tower, and it's I can't even get my mouth
around it. Yeah.
And I got a big mouth, so it's if I can't get my mouth around it.
Wow!
This truly looks like Conehead-esque.
People have
when the Conehead's know what I'm talking about. That's wild.
Unlocking the jaw. Wow.
People and then people comment on the videos because how my mouth is always open. They're Weiger's catching flies, but it's just but my mouth naturally kind of hangs like this.
Yeah.
I have to force it closed, and I think it's just because of the size of my jaw.
Wait, I have to have a follow up. So at night, do you grind?
I do, yeah.
You do?
I grind big time, yeah.
I stay grinding. So
wow.
Bring it back up to
come on, Clips in the studio with us. You grind, but you also have a loose jaw.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fascinated.
But my jaw dislocates every night as well. So the first thing that happens in the morning is that I have to pop my jaw back into place.
You take Natalie out of your mouth. It did look very much Conehead's dentist scene. You got. I don't get that big. Holy shit, that is big.
I got a big mouth.
That's as big as I can get it.
Yeah.
Well, that's freakishly small.
I can't.
Too small.
Open your mouth.
That is as big as I can get it. That is small, huh?
Yes, I would do it, but I just got 2 teeth extracted, and
Oh my God.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
my mouth is an absolute graveyard.
They just got like pulled out for good.
Yeah, I was like always a kid that had like root canals and shit
Yeah,
like
sure.
that. And then, I guess those don't last forever, so then you have to get a re-root canal.
Oh,
And then
man.
after that, they're out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is such a good episode.
Was that ever, because I had very bad teeth as a kid. I got a lot of
you?
cavities. Yeah. And
Tisk.
this is the thing. I think it was partly genetic, but I think also like I just had like a really shitty diet and probably not the best brushing
Yeah, it's genetic.
habits.
Also, when you talked about how you would eat a Snickers bar and Mountain Dew
Yeah,
for
right.
lunch
Yeah,
every
100%.
day.
No, yeah, but they were just marinating in sugar all day. That was the
Yeah.
issue. But like, was yours like, was it cavity related? What did you know exactly what the cause was?
I think also genetic, but
Okay.
I do remember being a real nasty little gremlin as a kid and eating like candy and falling asleep like with
Oh,
the candy
wow.
in my
Yeah,
mouth.
sure.
So that's really nasty.
What's your favorite candy?
Well, okay, so again, I'm very easily influenced. I'm on Swedish candy TikTok. Are you familiar?
Yes.
No.
I only
You're
follow
No.
female Swedish candy
No,
TikTok
no,
accounts.
too late. Too late, men's rights. You've never seen the Swedish candy?
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not on TikTok. Is the
Okay,
thing.
fair.
Yeah.
It's like all these like gummies and they're like
Okay.
sour candy, which I really, really like. I think we talked about this last time I was here. I love Rips.
Oh,
Okay,
you're right.
Yes.
You guys
yeah.
know
And
that?
he's a gummy isn't yummy guy. So we
Yeah,
probably,
that's my controversial stance. Gummy ain't yummy.
Oh, you
Gummy's
don't
not
like-
for me.
Well, then what do you like?
I'll take chocolate. I like
Oh,
chocolate.
okay, chocolate.
Eh,
I'm,
like-
I'm a huge gummy fan, by the way.
Yeah.
Love gummies.
I
Love
can't believe
gummies.
you haven't had any. I should bring you some.
I would love to try them. I mean, also, I can order them. Don't spend any money on this show. That goes for the listeners too. Don't spend money on the show. Don't do this. I feel bad. Also, I think we did talk about this the first time you were on. You worked at Bubba Gump Shrimp.
Oh yeah, baby.
Did we? We talked about
We did,
that, correct?
100%,
Okay, all
yes,
right,
yeah.
all right. We were talking about it today, Wags, before you got here.
Right.
And feels good to say that. And I was saying I am a fan of, for whatever reason, I think it is actually one of the places at City Walk that is just surviving. Because you go,
Yeah.
we've gone into Margaritaville. I mean, I think
its
all of
staying
them
power
are
is remarkable.
I feel like at City Walk, it's like so many places just. Amir's leaving. So many places. I waved goodbye to him.
Apply to you.
So many places just stay open because of necessity. Like
Right,
people
sure.
are just funneled into them. But we've gone to like Margaritaville and it's been completely empty.
And it's also sucked. We've had some
Yes.
bad experiences
Me
at Margaritaville.
too.
Yeah, it's
Really,
a bummer.
what's their thing? What is their cuisine? I know their drinks are a big thing, but what are they known for?
The Cheeseburger in Paradise is like probably why this
Okay.
place opened. I feel like
yeah,
It,
well,
like
and maybe margaritas.
oh yeah, yeah.
No.
I mean margaritas are that's the
Yeah.
main. There's another person, Sean Clements is looking in here mad at us.
We need these shades immediately.
He's looking at Wags.
I gave him a friendly wave.
I know. We'll talk about an intimidating man. The margaritas, yes, of course.
Yeah.
They do have decent. You can get a decent drink there. That is
I
for
think
sure.
this is a
And then
place.
when we were in Vegas and it was hot as hell and
Yeah.
we went in there, I was like, this tastes like ambrosia, the
They
nectar
have-
of the gods. Wags.
They had one of Jimmy Buffett's planes in
Yes.
the like suspended from wires in the Vegas one, which was kind of like one of his small planes. I think I think it's another place that's really declined post COVID. Like I think
Sure.
the quarantine really took its toll on Margaritaville, and we'll see how much that brand and sort of the parrot head lifestyle persists past Jimmy Buffett, who's tragically passed away. But I mean, like it is. I agree that the food's not really anything special, and that's been a disappointment. That was last time we went there, not for the podcast. We were kind of disappointed.
We went as friends.
Yeah.
we went. A big group of us went there. I'm afraid to see what happened. I never saw Jimmy Buffett in concert. It makes me sad.
I saw him once.
I know, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Was it a long concert?
It was like a normal length concert. I don't know if I stuck around for the whole thing.
Where'd you go afterwards?
I went to do an improv show.
Oh, where'd you go before? Cabo Wabo Cantina.
That's right. We went to Cabo Wabo Cantina as a pregame. That was a lot of fun.
That sucks that I know you so well that I know what you did before you went to a Jimmy Buffett
You've just heard the
concert.
story before, is the thing.
right,
And
all
you
right.
committed to memory. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
It doesn't suck.
But I was
you've
going to say
listened to your
Bubba Gump
friend.
is still pretty packed. I I feel like
Yes.
they still do numbers up there at City Walk, but I don't know what like other places. There's now that like the Chocolate-torium or whatever that we are gonna go to at some point.
We're gonna review that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, but going back to Bubba Gump, were you a server there? Remind us.
I was a server and then like a bartender for a week.
Wow.
And also on the safety committee.
Wow.
The
I took
Safety
it
committee.
so damn seriously. Yeah, those people like were my family.
was
They were
this in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, Chicago, a town of performers. It's the truth, right?
True.
Yeah.
You're a great performer. Are like, was there a side of that at Bubba Gump where you're like, I got to be like perform? But there's not that much of that there. Like there's, oh God.
Yeah, there's not like
I
a
don't know
Forrest
why you
Gump
said
walk around character.
Performer. You did.
Yeah. Maybe Jimmy Buffett was still in my head. But
No, but there was a guy that walked around as.
Wait, really?
Yes, and he would come in and do it and like hit the tables, and then afterwards
That's insane.
we would see him at the bus stop, and he would be a full method actor. He would not drop the voice.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and have like a
God.
little suitcase with him. It was so freaky.
there's a white feather floating around on him.
So this was not on staff. He was just a guy who did it.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And then a table was like, "Oh, this guy Forrest is racist. He's not going to our table, so he's racist." It was
Oh my God.
a tough
That's
day at Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, this is like a nice addition, but then also like, should we tell this guy to get the hell out of here too? Like,
Right.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But I love that you said that you love the food because,
Yeah.
again, like if you go to Margaritaville, I got like a club sandwich and mine was the last to come out. So then they, as like a mea culpa, brought like a huge plate of leftover fried items, I guess. And I was just like, nobody wants all these like random onion rings and whatever.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
And the sandwich sucked.
Yeah.
It was a bummer.
A club sandwich also being last is insane.
Exactly. Why?
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 The club sandwich shouldn't come out last.
They
No.
forgot.
They
it.
forgot.
They
it.
forgot.
They forgot it.
Did you have a favorite menu item when you worked there or a favorite cocktail at Bubba
Oh,
Gump?
the cocktails were very good, as
Yeah.
you remember.
Yeah.
The lava flow was like
Okay.
a pina colada
Oh,
with a
right.
strawberry.
Yeah.
Did you ever get their margaritas?
I don't know if I did. I've had the lava flow for sure.
Wasn't
I've
it
had that.
good?
It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I like Bubba Gums. I think it's pretty. When I'm up in
we
City
should
Walk,
go back.
we should go back. We should go back.
While you're there, try the Run Across America sampler.
Okay.
love
Yeah, it's
All
got the
right.
green bow tenders. We got some fried shrimp. We've got the bubblegum spinach artichoke dip. It's excellent.
Now,
I'm
I'm
in.
naturally going to approach, because we've eaten so many appetizer sampler platters at different chain restaurants, that I'm naturally going to approach this with a bit of skepticism, but with an open mind.
Okay.
So
And
if
you're right
that
that
can
the
really,
Margaritaville sampler is
it's a bad. It's not a good sampler, yeah. But no, that sounds promising.
Very good. Oh, do you guys like hush puppies?
I'll take a hush
I'll take
puppy.
a hush puppy.
It has like shrimp, rice, and like corn in it. It's really good.
Yeah.
I'll take a hush puppy with a slush puppy.
Jimmy kind of a hush puppy.
Oy.
People don't know what slush puppies are.
No, we
right?
got it.
I remember slush
You know
puppies.
slush puppies. Was that? Did slush
I
puppies come
just
to?
thought Jimmy's kind of a hush puppy. Is like, 'cause
Oh
she's
yeah,
quiet.
no, that's good.
I just wanted
That's
to
good.
acknowledge
No,
that.
that's good. That was good. Sorry, that was very
She
good.
doesn't
It was
bark.
good.
I've never heard her bark.
She
Emma,
growled
does
at-
she bark?
She barks very rarely.
Okay.
It's usually an excitement bark. Like if one of us has been gone for a while and then we get home, she does a little like lets out a little excitement. Like it's not even really a bark. It's
cute
like a
as
little
hell.
talking.
Sweetie.
That is cute.
She did maybe growl at me the other day. We're still not sure.
She does like little hello growls sometimes, but it's rare that she makes noise.
She just did a very cute thing that Wally will do sometimes. I started petting her head and she did like her hand just went up a little. And it was
yeah,
Cute.
it's
cute as hell.
Cute.
So did you not have to perform too much at Bubba Gump's? Is like
You just have to ask trivia, which is hard
Got
because,
it.
again, people don't remember that movie. And then they're like, why is my server asking me, what football number was Forrest Gump when he played for Alabama?
lies.
Wow, I would guess 88, but I don't know.
9
22.
22. Okay.
divided by 4, you would have gotten it.
Yeah, it was a double number. So at least have that. Okay.
I love
Do you have
that.
any more Forrest Gump trivia? Well, go. Sorry.
Sure. I just love that the paw thing. I spent like thousands to train my dog. And the one thing that she does now is we'll be like, spank me. And she'll do a little spank on the butt.
That's cute.
For $2,000, she does a spank me. Still barks like hell, but sorry, what were you saying?
Do you have any more Forrest Gump trivia?
Sure. Well, I mean, the first one you have to start with is what's Forrest Gump's girlfriend's name?
Jenny.
Right? Okay.
Well done.
Okay.
And well delivered.
Thank you. I've been going to Bubba Gump restaurants
Was
this
that you?
Florence.
You racist. Oh, God,
It was an Italian table.
Hey, Forrest hasn't been running as much.
I like that. Stop, Forrest. Stop.
I wish I remember more. Of course.
The football number one is impressive.
That's a tough one.
Too, yeah.
Did people ever get like the hard ones?
Some people would go there for the trivia.
Wow.
Did you
Some people
get something if
Movie
you got it
super
right
fans.
or no?
Sadly, no.
No, yeah.
But, I would always be like, I'm just going to sneak them a little scoop of vanilla ice cream. Just try to take.
That's nice.
yeah.
Throw a salad in.
You were good. Unfortunately, I am going to report you to Bubba Gump.
Shit.
Hey, buddy, if you're listening to this, there's at least a chance you are actually a fan of Doughboys. Well, you can get double the episodes each and every week by subscribing to the Doughboys Patreon. Each Tuesday on our Patreon exclusive Doughboys Double, Mitch and I talk with different guests about food, culture, or whatever, like our Candy Corn Power Hour with Marissa Pinson, Creature Eater, our discussion of which fictional sci-fi creatures we would eat with Andrea Jin, and even dumber shit like our The Whale Draft with Tammy Sager. And the Doughboys Double never takes a week off. Original episodes every Tuesday, 52 weeks a year. And hey, if you don't want to deal with annoying ad reads like this one, sign up for the Platinum Plate Club and get ad-free main feed episodes every Thursday. That's right, the same Doughboys episodes the same day with 0 ads. Plus, lifetime access to the only non-toxic Doughboys fan community, our official Discord, the Doughscord. Wow. Just $5 a month for the Golden Plate Club and $8 a month for the Platinum Plate Club. Try getting a fast food meal for those prices these days. Patreon.com/Doughboys. Wow. Vroom, vroom, beep, beep. Hey, buddy. I want to tell you about a Headgum podcast you're going to love. The Pit Wall. The Pit Wall is a Formula One podcast for casual fans, hosted by Doughboys engineer Casey Donahue. Hi, Casey.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, buddy. And Marika Brownlee, also from Headgum. They welcome a rotating cast of Headgum favorites, some new to the sport, some diehard tifosi, as they talk about the latest races from the boys in their toys. And when it's not race week, they keep the DRS train chugging as they cover the latest episodes of Netflix's Drive to Survive, as well as movies that have a car in them. So if you love race cars, French boys, foreign nations, tire compounds, hotties of the week, Ford v Ferrari, and all the rest, you're going to love listening to The Pit Wall. And hey, if you've never watched a Formula One race in your life, you're in good company. Check out previous episodes with newcomers to the sport like Riley Anspaugh and Carl Tart, or other casual fans like Hayes Davenport. And you know who else? The Doughboys. Casey, we came on an episode with you and Marika.
That's right.
And Jeff as well. Jeff was there.
Yeah.
Is Jeff always there?
Jeff's sometimes there.
Got it.
He forgets to watch the races sometimes.
Yeah, that sounds right. But we watched Netflix's Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
We watched 2 episodes. Mitch and I and y'all talked about it. And it was a real hoot, and it's a real fun pod.
Yeah.
People should check it out. Anything else people should know about it?
It's Formula One. It's great. If you like race cars, check it out.
Check it out. Support KC and support Marika and everyone here at Headgum. So push the subscribe button to the Pit Wall on Pocket Casts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. New episodes drop every Wednesday of the Formula One season. And remember, vroom vroom to all, and to all a beep beep. Let's talk about Jimmy John's.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
I was going to say,
Please.
to go from po' boys to sub sandwiches, Wags. Your transition was better of just saying, let's talk about
No, I thought that was great.
Jimmy John's.
Yours was great. I'm glad we went back to it. Jimmy John's lost in the first round of Bunch Madness 2022, the Tournament of Champions Heroes Journal suboptimal.
You were glad we went back to it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay, all right, thank you. I couldn't tell if you were sincere or not.
It lost. It was up against Jersey Mike's is the thing, and Jersey Mike's was the ultimate winner.
I mean, Jersey Mike's, going up against Jersey Mike's in its first round, that's you're gonna get steam.
It's tough.
It won the competition. So it had no chance. I also at the time I told you this.
It was like when Duke plays like Mount St. Mary's or something like that. And like, there's a 116 matchup where it's like they're just not gonna win.
Yeah. And no one expected an upset. Like it was it was. Oh yeah, it's like 150 to like 72 or something. I think that when we started this tournament, when we did the whatever sub name tournament, do you remember the name?
Yeah,
of
Hero's Journey Suboptimal. Yeah,
I didn't like Jersey Mike's at all.
Right.
I mean, like we've talked about how the guy's a piece of shit.
Jimmy John's. You said Jersey Mike's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jimmy John's.
Yes.
They're very similar names. Jimmy John is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
We've talked about this a lot. But I also genuinely didn't like the sandwiches. And
Interesting.
I would honestly rate Subway over them.
That's insane. But
hold on. We've now had Subway and Jimmy John's in the same week. They're not releasing next to each other.
No.
We recorded the episodes Tuesday and Thursday.
Uh-huh.
And I think my mind's changed a little bit on the whole matter.
I definitely I'll save my thoughts. We first reviewed it on April 13th, 2017 with another Chicagoan, Lauren Lapkus. LL went 4 forks. Mitch, you went 2.5 forks. I went 3.5 forks. It was founded by Jimmy John Liato in 1983. His dad said, start a business or join the army. And he's like, I'll start a business. And his dad said, here's $25,000.
Wow.
So he took $25,000 from his dad, which is equivalent to $75,000 today, and used it to open a sandwich shop, and has over 2,700 locations today, currently owned by Rourke Capital. Rourke Capital, one of those ominous umbrella corporations named for the protagonist of Ayn Rand's The Fountainhead. It's true. Mitch, don't read The Fountainhead for the one book challenge. To come in here with a different ideology.
I read it. Elon likes it.
Here's who else owns Rourke, or who else is owned by Rourke Capital. Arby's, Baskin Robbins, Buffalo Wild Wings, Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, Dunkin', Sonic Drive-In, and it also is in the process of acquiring Subway. So
all the other ones are fun except for Subway, but Jimmy John's is the one to me that's like, well, I hate the guy. The guy that when I didn't love the place and then the guy sucked, it was like,
right.
Now I'm gonna double hate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it seems like both for personal and for business reasons. Like some shitty things have been done to employees and franchise owners, and also he's one of those big game hunting guys.
I will say in their commercials they do portray Italians very well.
I think the Brad Garrett commercials are funny. Do you like the Brad Garrett commercials?
Honestly, I don't even know what you guys are talking about the commercial wise.
He's trying to stop Jimmy John's, and he keeps calling it Jimmy's John's, which is funny. But he's playing like a big Italian guy and be like, oh damn, Jimmy's John's gonna put me out of business. It's funny.
I think it's good.
He's
funny. He's a funny guy. It's a good. Yeah, they're good. They're good commercials.
They're good ads.
Yeah. And they brought Jimmy John's back a little bit in my mind. I guess it's like the post Jared, any like Charles Barkley, what an upgrade over Jared.
It's
what
true.
I mean? But I don't know. To me, these sandwiches in the past have been like, and I said it today, like a little bit like airport sandwichy, this is like a sandwich I got in plastic at the airport, and it tastes kind of mayo-y. Because when I go to Jersey Mike's, they just lay on that oil and that salt and pepper and that vinegar, and it's like a big saucy sandwich, and I really like that about it. Emma made a great point in that Jimmy John's you can toss in your bag, and it will probably be good later on, and Jersey Mike's the bread will turn to mush eventually.
Sure, yeah.
But I like that kind of vinegary tasting side of a sandwich. And here it's more mayo based, I feel like.
Look, we review different chains every week. As far as I'm concerned, Jersey Mike's is one of the most impressive chains at its scale in any sector, in any of the subdivisions. So we can't really.
You guys love it so much. Is it the toasted element? The bread? What is it?
I think they just have high quality product, and I think they're well assembled, and I think they're really consistent across different locations.
They have a flat iron grill too, so they do cook their steak and cheese on a grill.
Yeah.
Have you had it ever?
I think I've had it once at the one by Walgreens in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't for me, but maybe I got to try it.
You should give it another try. I mean, I'm trying to think of what a good. I mean, the Italian, I guess, would be my rec to get there.
I like their turkey provolone. It's a go-to for me.
Oh, the turkey's great.
Yeah.
The turkey I get probably the most.
And I will say the turkey sandwich that they have here, the Beach Club, is usually my go-to at Jimmy John's, though it had been some time, and I decided not to get it this time because I was like, I'm pretty familiar with that one. I'm pretty familiar with the veggie, which is another one that I like, Nellie likes. But I think it's actually a really good veggie sandwich.
Yeah.
But I went in a different direction, especially because they had some limited time offers right now. But Mary, before we get into it, I'm curious because you wanted to talk about Jimmy John's. Why Jimmy John's?
I mean, I think it's so hard to get it delivered to where I live now. But when I used to work at the Second City in Chicago, there was one right across the street. So I just have a lot of memories of like being with friends, having some subs, gathering around with my buzz and hitting the Jimmy John. Also, too, I remember when I was a kid and first tried it, I loved that white bread. There's like nothing more Midwestern than that. And the place where I used to go would always have the hottest guys.
Well,
like just kind of like an edgy guy that went to the University of Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah, just like guys with like a dark earring.
Hey, we got to check this one out.
Yeah.
This is like the Abercrombie and Fitch of sub places, it sounds like.
It's like the Headgum of sub places. Bunch of hunks working out there. That's interesting. That's an interesting location specific. But you mentioned delivery. Would you get it delivered or would you just go across the street?
Oh, we would just like run across the street between shows. But yeah, it's like, but I have to say, I'm a little bummed because I don't feel like they're as filled. We were talking about this earlier. In a depressive state, I can have at least 3 of these subs at once.
They're not huge.
But that's it. But they used to be really like pretty meaty. And now they're just not that big.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. From my first experience with them, they were definitely meatier, but which again, too much meat, but it was never too much meat. It was just it felt substantial.
Yeah.
But I got Ithaca was the first place. I was telling the story. There was nothing in the Commons, like no commercial businesses in the Commons in Ithaca. And then Jimmy John's was like outside of the Commons, but it was like, oh wow, there's like a chain restaurant here.
Right.
But this is also this is 2002 or 3 or something. It's like Jimmy John's felt much smaller at that point.
Yeah.
No, it actually the like you can track its growth, and it's one of those places that I talk about this in the intro, but like in 2000 it had 100 locations. In 2007 it had like 500 locations, and in 2010 it had 1,000 locations. So it just like ramped up so quickly.
I'm now thinking that was I disappointed in their size back in the day too. It's interesting for me to be disappointed in someone's size. But I maybe, that's also just an issue with me. I think maybe I'm always disappointed in the size of sandwiches. I want them bigger. I'm disappointed in the size of everything. This was like a big, it was like a big, like everyone was like, oh my God, Jimmy John's, and like, you got to get the hot peppers on the sub and stuff like that. And I was very excited to try it. And I did like it, the first couple times I had it, like an Italian sub, but there was also so much great local food that I like just kind of fell off of it. I think convenience-wise, it was that sort of thing of like, when you're a young, a kid in college or a young 20-year-old, you can get like 10 of those sandwiches for a good price with a bunch of friends.
I would say that first off, they do have delivery, which I've never really taken advantage of. I haven't lived close enough to a Jimmy John's to have that happen, but I know that's the thing that people like about it. The other thing I will say is that from using the app is not crap. The app is like well designed. It's like very modern, and it feels just like easy to customize and specify what you want. And so I think those are the kinds of things that make it like your local sub shop is probably not going to have a good app. You know what I mean? So it's just things like that, and it's also like they're everywhere, especially depending on where you live. The issue with LA is that they are kind of sparsely distributed, and they're in weird neighborhoods. So I went to one last night by myself, and it's in Beverly Hills for some fucking reason. Just the absolute worst part of the city. Absolutely fucking sucks. I hate going there. But I was like, I want to go to Jimmy John's.
That's where I want to be, honestly. I'm sorry.
I went there last night, and Just to eat in store, and I wanted to get this a couple times because I wanted to try different things. You can only eat so many sandwiches in one sitting. So I went last night and I tried one of their limited times offerings, which is the Kickin' Cajun chicken sandwich, all natural chicken and provolone, Creole chili pepper sauce, Jimmy peppers, crispy jalapenos, onions, lettuce, mayo, oil, and vinegar on French bread. And their French bread is their signature. And in fact, that's like the thing that built. What are you doing? Are you taking a pill? Okay. I guess I could have just barreled ahead and let you do that while I was talking.
I dropped it down here. It got like a little I probably made too much of a show of it.
Did you have to take it right now? You just held up. You held up V's with both hands like Nixon.
Vitamin B and vitamin D. That's what I took. I was trying to say like I took some weird funkadelic.
Oh, you were doing like a hippie thing.
Yes.
Red pill or
But I
the blue
look
pill?
like Nixon.
You
I
look
took
like
the red
Nixon,
pill.
yeah.
I took the red pill. That was right. It literally was. It was. One of them was a red pill. But yeah, I looked more like Nixon.
Yeah.
It sucks.
That's just where my mind went.
Sorry to distract you. By the way, Lauren Lapkus gave it 4 forks.
Yeah, she
also
did.
someone who spent a lot of time in Chicago.
Yeah.
And is Jimmy John's a Chicago?
It's an Illinois original, yes?
think that's
yeah,
right,
it's from
yeah.
Illinois, yeah.
My issue. So there's 2 things that I remember. People who-
Illinoisan? Is that what you say? Illinoisan?
Sure.
Illinoisan.
Yeah, sure.
I like to know
let him-
demonyms.
Let him cook on this for a while.
It's because Chicagoan, right?
Mhm.
Chicagoan. Illinoisan.
Jesus.
What's the demonym for Quincy?
Quinzian.
Is it really Quinzian?
I don't know. No one says it, I
Quinzian.
guess. I'm a Chicagoan till Chicago ends, till we blow like Chicago wind. That's Kanye.
That's good.
Canceled.
Kanye's in a bit of trouble.
He did take the red pill.
I'm gonna have them turn Fox Nation on. What's it called? What is the 7 drinks? What is the
History in 6 drinks or
History
whatever.
in 6 drinks. I remember 2 things about Jimmy John's. Is that one is that people used to love the bread, and this is just coming.
That's
this
the
is
thing,
just
yes.
coming back to me.
The bread, like the house was built on the bread. So
Yes.
like when the concept starts and it's
Yeah.
this 19-year-old who was given this gigantic loan from his dad that's a part of every self-made man mythology that's just like erased, just like hand waved away of like yeah, I got a huge loan from my parents and then
My dad gave
started
me
my own,
$200
built my
grand to
own-
start Doughboys. We've
Yeah.
never told that.
We've never acknowledged that
Yeah,
publicly.
yeah.
We should talk about that. But
If he was alive, he'd be so mad at his investment.
but back then he had like store-bought meats. He was literally like getting meats from the grocery store, but he was baking homemade bread. And so the bread
Oh.
became the signature, and that's what the chain is known for.
That's very funny. He was just buying, I
Yeah.
guess makes sense. You
That feels like it's cheating.
It's
somehow.
cheating a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess everyone has some sort of provider, but that is like, what the fuck? Like you want it to be not store bought, I guess. Is like you want it to be they have a deal with some farm or factory or
Sure.
whatever, I guess. I don't know. I've never even thought about it this much, but it does bother me
Well,
for whatever
yeah, me
reason.
too.
Well, like the Jersey Mike's thing is they actually again this is one of those things where like they have the deli meats in there and they're fresh slicing them to order.
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. It's a little bit of showmanship.
No, it's great. and honestly, I think there is a taste. I think
so
it
too,
makes
yeah.
this better. The bread is such a funny thing to me that the people were like, "Oh, the bread. Wait till you try
People
it." And
love
then
the bread.
We were
You
talking
don't
about
like the bread?
we were talking about today. It was like it smells a little sweet. I don't think the bread is bad per se, but it's like such a cold loaf. And this is the other thing that I remember about Jimmy John's is that when I
Yeah, like your gesture was absurd there.
it's such a cold
have to.
loaf. How's that? It's such a cold loaf. Like, I'm cutting into the loaf.
Okay.
It's such a cold loaf. And I was raised on D'Angelo was my big sub chain.
Sure.
And I mean, even Subway or whatever, like you can toast it, but there's also spitting again. There's also hot subs there.
No, they don't have hot subs
Jersey
here.
Mike's has hot subs. Subway has hot-ish
Yeah.
subs. D'Angelo has hot subs. So Jersey Mike, I went there and I was like, oh, I want
Jimmy
like-
John's.
I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ. Jimmy John's, I went there and I was like, I want like a meatball or I want a chicken parm or whatever or steak and cheese. And it's like, oh no, these are only cold sandwiches. And that to me was like, this just feels so much like an airport sandwich of like cutting into this cold loaf, putting stuffing turkey in there and then wrapping it up with mayo and putting it on the shelf. It feels like a store-bought sub.
They don't heat their meat, and so something like the Kickin' Cajun chicken sandwich sounds like it should come hot, and it does not. It's a cold sandwich. So it's that's a thing. That's maybe a strike against the concept. But I'm curious, like, do you like the bread?
I love the bread.
You love the bread.
Yeah, and they used to sell it like the day-old loaves.
Yeah.
Oh, I would just pound like 2 of those in a day. They're huge.
When you make sandwiches, you're just eating bread.
Just eating straight bread.
Wow.
That rules.
Just
I mean,
put
I
my
love
covers up. It's like right here. Oh, it's so damn good. Also, if you like I understand the appeal, the showmanship of the fresh slice, but I like Jimmy John's like lacy cut. It's just a very thin cut of the meat, and I think that's really nice.
I will say, so I was at this Beverly Hills location, and it was like one of those, they were clearly did not have a lot of people who dined in there. It was almost all to go delivery.
Cool
What's that?
Do you see anyone cool in there? Hey, I'll take an East Coast Italian. Mr. Nicholson.
I did not see any celebrities, unfortunately, inside the Jimmy John's Beverly Hills.
Make it to go. Yeah. I got to depart out of here.
Because he's referencing his own movies.
I'm trying to think of another one where it would work.
If this sandwich isn't ready soon, I'm going to have to take anger management. So, no, that's not what happened. Excuse me, are the pickles fresh? Oh, yeah, they are. How do you know? It's final film.
Which Cal Packus talks about. Actually, I think it might be like either Cal Packus saw this or it was a mainstream story of Jim Brooks was doing takes over and over again, and Jack Nicholson's like, Jim, come on, I'm like close to death. Stop like wasting my time. Which is
got to go eat a big sandwich on a yacht. Leave the fuck alone. Hitting up Jimmy John's in Beverly Hills.
Great guy. My favorite Lakers fan.
Yeah. Mitch. I know what you did there.
Fly the cuckoos now.
Anyway, so I'm in there. There aren't any celebrities quoting their own movies. But the guy, the people there were very nice. The workers were very nice, and the guy, I will say, made the shit out of my sandwich. He's like, I got you. I'll take care of you right now. And he made my sandwich like very quickly and very well. It was like a really well constructed sandwich, and I did appreciate that. And I do feel like I get that level
really
of
took control. I got you. You're right.
I know. I like that.
No, I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could tell I was hungry. And then I might start crying if I don't get my sandwich. No, he was the boys that were very great, and I will say that like I feel like I've gotten this before at Jimmy John's. If it's just like whatever their assembly order of operations is, it's pretty dialed in. I'm not sure of your experience. You've had more Jimmy John's than me, but like, do you feel like it's a pretty consistent chain?
I do,
yeah.
And I like that sort of like personalized care.
Yeah,
it really
sure.
works on me. I don't know if you guys ever remember the Sunset Sweet Green. There was a guy there that was like so nice, and every time you'd be like, I'll have the romaine lettuce herd, and the sweet potato, you got it. Like every time I was just like, I feel like $1 million. Yeah, so I get why you felt very taken care of.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
And I also got the jalapeno Jimmy chips. But what we should
tell you, I like the vibe in here. It reminds me that I feel like I'm back in school. Back in school. All the hacky, literally for my SNL audition, I did Rodney Dangerfield. I did like all 80s comedians. They're like, we don't need any of these guys. Which was just a stage audition.
Wait, who else?
I did Gilbert Godfrey.
That's pretty good.
Pretty damn
And then I
good.
did, and I also did Bobcat Goldthwait.
Why does he seem Middle Eastern? Vaguely. I don't know.
That was my take on it. No, I just do a bad Bobcat.
Rodney Dangerfield, rest in power, great career, extremely funny comedian, passed away at the age of 82 in 2004. First term of the George W. Bush administration, the celebrity you referenced.
The SNL showcase I did was
Dead
in like
for
2000
20 years.
It was in like 2010 probably.
Oh my God. Wait, and who else? This is incredible.
I said if Rodney Dangerfield was I think I've said this on the podcast before, if Rodney Dangerfield was a comedian today, like, let me tell you, I don't get no retweets. That's what it was.
That's really good. Problem is that's too good. That's the issue.
Oh my God.
And then it was like, I was like, here's Gilbert Gottfried if he was a comedian today. And then it was the same thing was, let me tell you, I get no retweets. Like I did the same joke again. I did one character, which we won't talk about because it would get me canceled. And then I did Under the Seats, which was a bad choice. I did this.
You had an
thing,
Under the Sea parody. It was a very funny bit.
It was a funny bit. I was just trying to get them on my side, basically, and so.
But it was a little referential of being in a theater space.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. I like that choice.
I was just trying to be funny. You know what I mean? Like I was just, and I think I was successful in that.
I'm sure
I think
you were
people
great,
liked that.
Mitch.
You weren't there. What the fuck?
I wasn't there. I'm sure you were great.
Your friend Mitch is on the biggest audition of his life. You're not there.
Not just my friend Mitch. Many of my friends were there. And no, I did not attend.
Hanford did it too.
It was packed. I was like, what am I going to do? Stand in the wings?
It would've been
These guys
nice.
got this.
Wait, people were allowed to come?
Yeah, it was like it was, so I was just at the stage where it was like all the producers were there. Like it's barely even an audition. They didn't fly me out to New York.
I'm sure you did great, Mitch. These things you can only control what you can control.
That's true.
Yeah,
But I
that's
do
true.
think you should have busted out your other character, which you did mention, Don Kong, the human inspiration for Donkey Kong. That's a good character.
That was on my when they asked me for a reel later on. That's
Yeah.
what I sent in.
Yeah.
I sent in Don Kong.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Like, how you doing? I was just shirtless, wearing a red tie.
So Shigeru Miyamoto saw this guy in
That's what it was.
1981.
It was Shigeru Miyamoto saw the guy, and I threw a barrel at him.
I love that. Also, I'm a big fan now of Funky Kong.
Yeah, Funky Kong rules. We love Funky
You're saying
Kong.
this to the right people. We love Funky.
Yeah, we love
I love
Funky Kong.
Funky, yeah.
He's a war profiteer, which is a little problematic. But other than that, he's just a cool character
He's so
design. He's so cool.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you play
He
the
feels
Donkey
like
Kong
he-
games?
Now that Donkey Kong came, I like to play him in Mario Kart.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I just love that every time you're like doing a jump, he's like,
Yeah.
very surfboard guy.
You might
That's
want to.
cool as
The
hell.
issue with Nintendo games is they never go on sale. But if you can maybe get it, whatever, you get a discount or something, you might want to check out Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze because it includes on the Switch version includes Funky mode where you can play as Funky Kong.
And it's easier.
It's easier. It's
because
more
the game is
approachable
hard.
difficulty, yeah.
It is a hard game.
But it's also just cool. You get to be like Funky Kong being funky, getting your way through the levels. Pretty great. He's a great character.
I love him.
If Funky Kong showed up in a Tarantino movie, like if he was in Pulp Fiction, I wouldn't bat an eye. I would be like, of course he's here.
Well,
he's cool as hell.
Yeah, he's
Thank
great.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, he should be. He should be in Pulp Fiction. That's all I'm saying. Funky Kong should be in Pulp Fiction.
I mean, first let's get him in the next Mario movie, I'd say. And you know what? I think I know who can voice him. Very soon.
I thought you meant Rodney Dangerfield. All right.
Okay, so I mentioned the kickin' Cajun chicken net.
I was
sandwich.
trying to figure out what the angle was at. Like, I don't get no funk. I couldn't figure it out. What the Dangerfield?
I don't get no bananas. Maybe,
Oh, there you
I
go.
guess.
That's
I don't
good.
know.
That's good.
They stole the King K. Rool, stole the bananas.
Stole the bananas,
I don't fucking
yeah.
know.
I
Yeah.
don't get no funk.
You remember that the show is bad. It's been a while. We apologize. The Cajun chicken wrap I got today.
Yeah, so you got the wrap. I got the sandwich. I will say, I'm a bit of a heat seeker. I also got the jalapeno Jimmy's chips. I thought there was some legit spice on this sandwich. I'm curious what you thought.
It does have some. It has some heat. Yeah. We all tried it. Emma Amelia, Mary, myself, we all took a bite of this wrap. We're all probably sick now. But I said that when we were talking about like airport wrap sandwiches, I was like, there's something about this wrap, and maybe it's just the gummy pita or something that feels so much like an airport sandwich. But then there were tastes in there that I was like, but there's some tastes that are better than what you would eat at an airport for sure.
Yeah.
Like that Cajun sauce was decent. The chicken was not bad. The meat was good. You said the meat, and I agree. The meat was pretty good. I agree with you though. Like, why is the chicken cold? I guess it just is a restaurant that doesn't have any heated up food.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think
it's fine.
I get what they're going for.
Yeah,
I do like the Creole chili pepper sauce they got on there, and I like the little bit of crunch from the crispy jalapenos. There's a term for those too. They're called like Texas toenails or something, right? Like isn't there a thing that they're isn't there a term for that, like a crunchy fried jalapeno?
Fucking thinking of now Ted Cruz toenails. Fucking disgusting. It's horrible. I wish you never said it.
Wow.
When it's like our crispy jalapenos, I didn't realize that they actually are like fried jalapenos.
Yes, yeah.
Which
I thought they added some nice texture to it.
They did. Was that just in the because I ordered 2 sandwiches. I ordered that wrap, and then I also ordered the East Coast Italian. Wait, oh shit!
We're both just searching on our devices for crispy jalapenos.
So the East Coast Italian, which was funny, Amelia said. So I got the kickin' Cajun chicken wrap. It come as it's supposed to come. So I didn't add anything to that one. But did that come with the jalapenos in it?
It does, yes.
Okay. And then I also got the number 7 spicy East Coast Italian, which Amelia today was funny. She said, I got an East Coast Italian because I am an East Coast Italian. It was a funny line. Why she missed
a good line, yeah. I did miss it because I was late.
I got that regular size on French bread, add pickles and jalapenos. Here's the thing.
Wow.
I was enjoying the Italian sub while I was eating it. I was having a good time.
Don't fight it.
And I was thinking about how I was like, this is better than the Subway sandwich I had the other day. It is. There's no doubt about it.
Way better than Subway. I mean, they're not in the same category.
I do think that they do go like I got mayo on it. I just added the jalapenos and pickles. I do wish that they went a little more vinegar over mayo. The sandwiches are very mayo-y, and that to me makes it seem like a store sandwich because there's just like this thick mayo on it. But there were some really good bites I had in there. I'm not gonna lie, and I like. Because when I taste those herbs and I taste those peppers, there's a lot of good flavor there. It's just there's a lot of the times I'm getting like, especially with that Cajun wrap, I'm getting like a boring bite, and it would happen sometimes too with the Italian sandwich. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was not Jersey Mike's,
sure,
but it was good. It was good.
I was close with Texas toenails. The term I was looking for was cowboy candy. That's what I was thinking of for those jalapenos.
How is that?
So you're not close at all.
Same ballpark. Yeah. I was right
Texas
there.
Toenails?
I was right there.
No food would be called toenails, right?
If this was a Forrest Gump trivia, I would have gotten the point. Mary would be bringing me a scoop of ice cream.
I'll run you out of side salad for sure. I don't mean to go back, but I'm so curious.
Yeah.
You say you like chocolate. What is your what's your Texas toenail of chocolate?
Yeah, what what is my favorite? I used to really like, if we're talking chocolate candies, I used to really like Snickers. The thing is, we've talked about this on the podcast, I developed potentially a late in life nut allergy that's kind of taken a lot of those candies off of the table. But
he can't eat nuts. No crim. We have a code word for that, for a dirty word we say too much.
Yeah.
So crim.
It's canonically crim.
Or flesh crema.
Either one works.
I used to like a Three Musketeers as like a mainstream candy bar.
Really?
Just like that one but I like a Mounds a lot. I like a coconut. And then also I like, if we're just talking regular chocolate, like just a very dark chocolate these days.
You do?
Yeah, because I've gotten less into sweet. Like I have less of a sweet tooth than I used to have. So just a really like something that's like 75% cacao or whatever.
By the way, you saying Texas toenails and saying it's like, if you was Forrest Gump trivia, it's like if she asked you what's Forrest's wife's name and you said Tammy Toenail.
She sounds beautiful.
And you'd still want a point for that?
Sounds like a garbage pail kid.
Bring
Okay.
him back. Bring back the garbage
Bring him
pail
back.
kids.
Today in studio, I was late, but everyone was very patient with me. I speed ate my sandwich, which I loved. I got the number 3 totally tuna. I thought was a great tuna salad sandwich. It comes with tuna salad, cucumber, lettuce, and tomato. I added mayo and Jimmy peppers because I'm a bit of a heat seeker, and I got it on their whole wheat bread, and I love their whole wheat bread as much as people like. As Jimmy John's fans like their default French bread, I think their whole wheat bread, and Natalie shares his opinion, is just is a big improvement, is a big step up. And so that's my preferred sandwich. I had the sandwich, I was like, I could eat this sandwich every day of my life. This sandwich is great.
Wow.
It was nutritious
Wow.
and filling and delicious.
Shit.
And do you think the tuna at Jimmy John's compares to the Jersey Mike's tuna?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so for sure. But I rarely would get the tuna from Jersey Mike's. I mean, I've done it, but I would get the tuna from this. Like the tuna or the veggie sandwich, I would get like every time. Or that Beach
Good.
Club.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are all good sandwiches. And on that whole wheat bread, it's a great bread.
Yeah. It was a better outing. I also got pickles.
We got pickles.
They were quartered pickles. Is that what? Yeah, I think they were
Yes.
cut into quarters. The
Well,
pickles.
Unkar Plutt was preparing them.
Is that now also just like, like pop culture wise?
Yeah.
People don't care or remember Unkar Plutt. Like, it's like equivalent of doing Rodney Dangerfield, right? And I would say it's worse, probably, right?
It's less relevant. The Star Wars movie from 2015 than a comedian who died in 2004
I think it is.
saying 1/4 portion is more dated than no respect.
I think so.
I think honestly you're right.
I think so. The pickles are they're kind of like half sours. Would you say?
Yeah.
They're good. I
liked them. I like the quality pickles.
I don't like when a pickle is too cucumbery, and then I want it more sour. Like the more sour it is. But so I thought this one was okay, kind of in the middle. I got
a solid pickle.
I got the Jimmy chips, which I think the Jimmy chips are good.
I do like their Jimmy chips.
And I got the salt and vinegar Jimmy chips, and they were decent.
Yeah.
And then Wags, we got the pasta salad,
Yeah.
the pesto pasta salad,
Yeah.
I guess, and it wasn't good. It was bad.
Yes. Mary, you don't love a pickle. You passed on the pickles.
Yeah, if I do, I like a spicy one.
A spicy one.
But
Okay,
those
sure.
look just a little like saturated, like kind of heavy.
Yes, 100%.
Were they crispy?
They had a decent texture to them.
Decent crisp to it. It was funny because it was just like such in the middle. It wasn't like the vinegary. I like vinegar, obviously.
Sure.
And it wasn't. I've just been talking about how if you put enough vinegar on a sandwich, I like it. But so I mean that's the issue with Jimmy John. I think it is like if they put I gotta stop doing hand gestures. If they put more vinegar on it, I would be a fan. Wags is not discreetly taking out cookies.
Sorry, let me take a vitamin instead.
I did that pretty good. So it was the pickles were right in the middle. The pesto bow tie pasta salad, that was the loser.
Doesn't need to
Yeah.
exist.
There was a little crack in the container,
Yeah.
so I wondered if there was something had got to it. But then also it tasted off. It did. You try. It
I had
rotten.
a single piece. It
It
tasted
tasted off because I think
tasted
it's not-
putrid, and then I was also realizing as I was biting it again. I mentioned I'm potentially developing this late life nut allergy, figuring out pesto has like nuts in it. So I had a single piece, and I was like, I probably shouldn't have more than that because I don't know how I'm going to react to it.
You got to get rid of this nut allergy. It's not.
Yeah, I gotta do it.
We got to.
I'll figure it out.
This. By the way, I'm sitting on a butt pad today, and you got a back.
I got a
pad.
back pillow. I love this. Emma got these for us. How about
Thank
that?
you, Emma.
Wow.
I'm glad they help. I'm glad you're liking them.
I think, and hopefully my posture is better and I look less like shit.
No, you look like shit.
Okay.
You have to pay extra for the pillows that make you look better. They're expensive.
Overall, I would say the outing today, it brought Jimmy John's up a little bit for me.
Well, we also have, and I don't know if y'all already tasted these, but they have a seasonal red
We
velvet
have
cookie
not.
and red velvet brownie, which we can potentially taste and render our judgment
Well,
on.
let's do it.
I want to hear, but Mary, I want to hear about your sandwich and your experience.
I mean, I'm always going to be a fan through and through. I
Yeah.
was a little disappointed in the amount of toppings, including the meat and cheese.
Yeah.
And so now I don't feel like a monster having pounded 3 in a day. But this, it's not enough. But the quality, the lacy cut on both the cheese and meat.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Here's one other issue I have with Jimmy John's, which did happen again today towards the end. They got the sub sandwich, then they put the meat in there, and then they put everything else in, and then your meat sometimes just slides out. It's almost like you got to push the meat back down into into the bread.
Bit of a tube.
Yeah. It tubes up almost to where like I feel like the unwitches or whatever like work well because it's just the meat holds all the toppings pretty well, but it slips out of that bun pretty easy.
I'm also confounded by their wrap situation because their wraps, you can't, like, I would be like, oh, they got wraps. You can get any sandwich as a wrap. No, there are 3 designated wraps, and those are your only options.
Yeah.
Only wets.
Yeah.
Only
Weird.
wet ingredients. Yeah.
Really weird.
I thought it was like a dip in mayo on the outside. It was
I know.
so
The
weird.
mayo's on the outside. If you squeeze your sandwich, it feels like the meat would be like, whoop, and then go back down in.
yeah, for sure. Oh, you know who does commercials with them are on TikTok are the cast of Love is Blind, I think.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow,
they
yeah.
do this Red Velvet specifically.
Oh,
Feeling
shit.
like a celebrity. Wow.
Well, Mary, I'm going to give one to
Thank
you,
you,
and then Mitch and I can split one.
Is that another
We could
brownie
all
under
split
there, too?
one.
Oh wait, no, there's a second brownie too. Okay, there you go.
Did you?
Guests don't like us touching their food.
I apologize if I missed this. Did you say what sandwich you got?
Oh, I got the Vito, which
Vito.
I think is like a sister to the
Right.
Italian.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to crinkle this too much for
What is
people
the
with
difference? I'm going to look
misophonia.
at what the difference
Yeah,
is
I
between
think
the
it's
Vito.
slightly less toppings. When you went to the Beverly Hills location, were you attracted to the people that were assembling your sandwich? I know you're a married man. I know you're a married man.
It was they were young people. They're a bit young for me.
Okay, fair.
But, it was a good whatever. It was young. I don't know how to respond to this.
Well, you didn't respond well.
No, I was not attracted to the teenage Jimmy John's employee.
Okay.
Too old.
Christ. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
For some reason, they insist on putting white chocolate with the red velvet. I think it's just because of the look, but it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Nice balance, I think. Not too sweet.
It's not bad.
Should we try the red velvet brownie?
How do we feel about opening one of these and just passing
That's
around a little
great.
chunk? Okay, I'm going to do that for now. Mary, I'll let you get first.
Honestly, that's
No,
not-
please get at it.
I'll grab a little chunk here.
Jersey Mike's has gotten rid of their brownies, and they had such a great brownie.
Oh,
I've kept my hat off the whole time. It's going back on.
That brownie's not
way.
bad.
I'll
I
take it
like
off.
the curls.
I'm a curly boy. People don't know that about me. I'm a little curly guy. Do you not know that about me?
Yeah, except below the waist.
Pinstripe?
Yeah, just
You think I got straight pubes? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you said? Is that the same question you had? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
that was the implication. Yeah.
Now, this is weird. I feel like the cookie is more brownie texture than the brownie.
Right. The brownie's not bad. I don't get any red velvet from the brownie.
No.
Just tastes like chocolate.
It's
dyed
like
red.
chocolate brownie. Yeah. And you know what? I kind of like it more maybe because of that reason. They're good. They're both good. Wags, my cats, Wally and Irma, are so cute.
They're so cute. I love, and I know you love to snuggle with them, and I love that they make you happy.
They're the cutest. I love the companionship that they provide me, but most of all, I love cleaning up their shit.
But Mitch, for catchulars like me who don't have a feline companion of our own, we haven't been able to enjoy the fun of an apartment full of cat shit. Until today with Cat Shit Direct.
That's right. Cat Shit Direct sends you a heaping box of cat shit each and every month, and this is high quality stuff.
Their elite feline squad of in-house cats are fed all organic diets, so you know that shit is coming out clean and a little dirty. And for dog dudes, Cat Shit Direct now has dog shit too, so get your canine crap sent directly to your home.
To get your first 400 pounds of cat shit for 10% off, use the promo code DOE at Cat Shit Direct.
That's 10% off your next batch of 400 pounds of cat shit, but you have to use our code DOE.
Cat Shit Direct. That's good shit. And Wally and Irma approved. Meow.
let's get to our final thoughts on Jimmy John's. I almost just said Jersey Mike's.
Wow.
Our final thoughts on Jimmy John's. I'm going to go first because I want to establish a baseline here. Obviously, Jimmy John, not a great guy. Obviously, Rourke Capital, not a good organization. But I think their product is pretty good. And that's what we have backed ourselves into. The corner we reside on, Mitch, is, or in, depending on what metaphor, what kind of corner you're thinking of. These companies are all bad companies. They're all shitty. They mostly treat their workers poorly, and they source their ingredients from horrible agribusiness. It's the
podcast. I mean, our specific podcast conundrum.
Right.
We chose to do a fast food podcast.
Yeah.
There's a lot of monsters.
Yeah,
I think specifically, he's just so brazen, that guy. He like we were talking about before, he's like posted like trophy hunter pictures and shit like that. Which, look, I eat meat, so there's some people who are vegan who look at me as like a monster for eating meat. But like anyone who...
It's also just some villagers with torches that look at you as a monster.
I'm not a fucking Frankenstein. The fuck? Also, if I was a Frankenstein, I'd be given a lot of guff for some of the parts he used. Couldn't he done a little bit better in some areas? You know what I'm saying? There's a few different things.
Did you dig up a toddler for this hog? What are we doing here? Exhume a stillborn baby for this thing?
I meant like my penguin fingers. You know,
okay.
I think anyone who like, my great uncle Taisto, he's a hunter, but he also like uses anyone who like kills endangered species. I don't like hunting as a sport. I think hurting and killing animals for sport is bad. This guy is like wants to post pictures of him killing like endangered animals. He sucks.
Look, I think it's a better life to be a duck or a deer killed in the wild by a hunter than a pig raised on a factory farm. I think there is not a big moral argument to be made against hunting in general if you are someone who consumes industrially produced meat. I fully understand that. However, I agree with you. I think
he hunted elephants.
I think there is some clarity
and
between...
I love elephant meat, so...
There is some daylight between just general hunting and fishing as hobbies and specifically big game hunting, which is something that rich assholes do because they can.
Yes.
And so,
I know
like,
people
I
who
think
hunt
that's its own thing.
In the I would say the normal way.
I was in fucking Boy Scouts. I knew hunters. Yeah, of course.
Well, you were hunting the most dangerous game. I got a little cut there this morning.
Do you ever think about being hunted for sport? Because I'm like, I think I could outsmart the hunter. I think I'd survive.
You were so out of your mind. You also say that if we got in a fist fight, you could outlast me by just like running around.
I think I have the advantage in cardio where I could like kind of rope a dope you. You're obviously bigger than me. You're stronger than me, and you've got better reach.
You want to go back and test it out?
This is where this came from.
That's the last episode. We're gonna step outside and just fucking beat the shit out of each other.
Hey, both the boys are crying. This started as a little bit more of a wholesome exercise, which is back in the day on the podcast. You insisted that if you wanted, you could grab me and put my head in a toilet. And I was like, you're not going to be able to do that. I can either wiggle away from you or I'm strong enough to outlast you until you get fatigued and you don't have the strength to put my head in a toilet. I don't think you could dunk my head in a toilet. Like, if the thing was from where you were sitting now and where I'm sitting now, you're going to, at a certain point, grab me, pick me up, go to the Headgum bathroom, put my head in a toilet and flush it without me escaping. I'm going to wriggle away at some point.
You can get my head in the toilet. I don't think you could fit it in there. So I don't think you could do it.
Hey, the Doughboys clogged the toilet again. What else is new?
With their heads this time? I go back on the brownie. It's actually had a little bit more, and it's not great.
It's not great. It's fine.
Anyway, wait, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Jimmy John. Jimmy John, a bad man.
Elephant hunter.
Yeah, but Jimmy John, a bad man, and big game hunting. I think
you're hunting turkey and deer.
Okay thing.
I don't do that, and I don't love it.
Yeah,
but also, like, it's okay. I understand that it happens, and I don't I'm not saying you're a bad person for doing it.
No.
But elephant hunting, what the fuck are you doing?
Yes.
You're a piece of shit. That's
Yeah.
That's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe he has like tried to walk that back or apologize or whatever.
He
But you know,
has?
whatever. I think so. I think at a
Oh.
certain point he did do that.
5 Forks.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Don't hunt any animals in Africa. How's that? Unless you actually live in Africa and you hunt the animals for food, don't go to Africa and fucking hunt any animal. How's that?
Trying to think of the Redditor angle here.
They'll get mad somehow. They will. But I think that's not a hard rule. If you're an American, don't go to Africa and hunt. How's that? That's not that tough of a thing to follow.
Maybe simpler just to say big game hunting is bad, like
Hunting
just
for
kind of
sport
anywhere.
versus hunting for food.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, whatever. We know what you're talking about. You're talking about shooting like endangered animals or protected animals. That's its own thing. And
you know I believe in the freedom to carry. So
I don't love their default bread. I do love their veggie sandwich on whole wheat. I do love their whole wheat bread in general. I thought that tuna sandwich was great. I thought the kickin' Cajun chicken sandwich was fine. I like the Jimmy chips. I like the pickles. Red velvet cookie, not bad. Red velvet brownie, nothing to write home about. Look, what are we doing here? This is a 4-fork chain. Jimmy John's deserves 4 forks. It deserves to be in the Golden Plate Club. I went 3.5 last time we reviewed. It's not Jersey Mike's, but what is? And there's a reason there's daylight between 4 forks and 5 forks in the same way that there is daylight between duck hunting and lion hunting.
This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous, Nick. Yes.
But this is a 4-fork chain. 4 forks. Mary, your thoughts, your fork score.
I mean, it's an instant classic. I loved it back in 98 and I love it back in 2024.
Wow.
The bread has stayed consistent and I really appreciate that. The lacy cut is excellent. I have to dock it some points for not enough meat and cheese, so I give it 4.5.
4.5 forks. Wow,
4.5
very good
forks.
score. Mitch, it falls to you.
What is amendment is the right to bear arms? What is it? What number?
Second Amendment.
Oh, I thought it was the second, but I didn't know if that was the first freedom of speech.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was first or second. I got confused. Relax.
First Amendment. Right to bear
I guess it
arms.
wouldn't be right to bear arms. I just didn't know if the freedom of speech was the second. Look.
Wait, before you wrap, I want to ask you 2 things. What was the
They're not amendment related.
what's your problem? The Nicholson movie where it's the small dog that he feeds from his
Oh, As Good as It Gets?
As Good as It Gets.
Oh,
Thank you. Yeah. And secondly, have you ever gotten in a fist fight?
I have been in fistfights before.
You have.
Mostly, almost purely with friends.
Okay.
I fought this guy, Kyle Piazza.
Mhm.
He's passed away. Rest in peace.
No.
I know it's a sad ending, but he was. I remember we like said stuff to each other in English class, and then Chris DeCambra was like, "It's like you guys should fight," and then we were both like, "All right." And then we went to like the basketball course. I was a sophomore. It was like a setup fight, and like a lot of the football team was there. And Kyle is such a nice guy. He could have destroyed me. And I was sitting there punching him in the face, and he wouldn't punch me back in the face.
Wow.
He wouldn't hit me in the face. He was like, and also I think it was like pillows punching his head. He didn't care. But Adam Wu was there, and Adam Wu went, "This is the worst fucking fight I've ever seen in my life." And then I swung at him, and I ripped his chain off accidentally. And I was like, "I'm so sorry. Like this happened during the fight, and I felt really bad."
You took your pill. Damn.
And then I felt really bad about it later. And then, after that, Jimmy's up for this. After that, we always had I think it was always a thing between us that we were like, that was stupid what we did.
Yeah,
we
sure.
didn't want to even do it.
Right.
It felt like we were pressured into it. Like people were laughing at us while we were fighting. But Kyle was a tough kid, and he would have kicked my ass. And rest in peace, Kyle. Very sad. He passed away from leukemia after,
it's very sad.
years later. But he was a nice kid who would have easily kicked my ass. But other fights besides that were with friends.
You kind of had it.
One
it
of
feels
my friends, I got to bleep it out if I tell you, almost bit through my cheek.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
Can you bleep these two?
Yeah, of course.
I fought and in the same night.
Wow.
Together?
And yeah, I was fighting, then came over and started punching me in the side, and I was like, "Your brother's biting my face," and then started beat up. He like changed from me to fighting.
I don't know how we're going to edit around this because by you saying your brothers, people are going to be able to figure out which of the Quincy crews you were naming.
There's some Quincy crews that are brothers that I.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be one long bleed.
Well,
And then the other guy I fought.
Yeah.
I was on top of him and I was holding down his hands and I was punching him. And then I started to bleed and he went, "I made you bleed." I was laughing.
These are the strangest fights.
You know who that is.
Yeah, fucking Dracula. Mitch, it falls to you. Your thoughts, your fork score.
Oh man, I had something to say. Now I forgot it. What was in that whole tangent?
You were talking before we got into fist fights.
We were talking about trophy hunting.
Trophy hunting. We were talking about cookies, brownies.
Yeah, shit. I'm not gonna remember. It's okay.
Yeah.
This was a much better outing by Jimmy John's. I thought it was much, much better.
Yeah.
I don't like the guy, but like you can't hold that over the rating of the chain. I
Right.
guess it can come to effect a little bit. It's still not a Golden Play Club member to me, Wags. I'm sorry. I think it was a great outing. I think that it does what it tries to do pretty well. It's 3.5 forks.
3.5 forks. Wow. Okay, a good score.
Yeah.
Better than average. Yeah, I think we were all pretty impressed by this Jimmy John's outing. And hey, that's where it lies. Hey,
the Second Amendment. I was gonna.
great. Here we go.
It was the Second Amendment.
Yeah. Just say that right down the barrel of the lens.
It was the Second Amendment. We're talking about this. I've been watching the John Adams miniseries lately.
The HBO miniseries.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. I never watched it. You like it?
It's great.
Yeah.
The
It's
one
really
from
good.
many years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
With Paul
2008.
Giamatti.
Paul
Yeah.
Giamatti. It's great. It's really good.
Holdovers, anyone?
Loved Holdovers.
Holdovers
Jeez.
a lot of
Good
fun.
movie.
I liked it.
I
Yeah.
couldn't believe he could act with that contact in his eye. Like,
I know.
I
Yeah.
can't do. If I wear a turtleneck, I'm like, I don't remember my line. Like, this dude is fully. Anyways,
Yeah.
and very impressive.
It was impressive. It was very impressive.
Good movie.
Good thing Forrest Gump got questions weren't about the amendments. I'd be fucking screwed.
Do you know the Third Amendment? That's a tough one.
Is it like some sort of church one?
No, it's the third one is about having to being forced to house soldiers in your home.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the 10th one? The 10th one's big too, isn't it?
Oh boy! Now this is the back end of it is where because there's I think 9 and 10 are both similar, and I think they maybe have to do with like how Congress is apportioned or something, but I'd forget it.
The soldier one that you have to house them, is that the
No, it's that you are because this was a thing that this was an abuse of the crown. Is they were
I
like
see.
our soldiers are going to you have to provide them room and board,
I see.
and they were like no, we can't do that. They're going to live in a barracks. They're not going to live in people's houses. Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. This was a ban. That's a good one. That one's doing well.
They're all doing great.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was our review of Jimmy John's. We have a segment to do, but I do have something I want to talk about real quick because it's related to me going to Jimmy John's last night. I parked at the Beverly Hills location. It's a weird like stretch where again it doesn't really make sense for this place to be here. But I like as I'm walking from where my car is parked at a meter on the street and where the Jimmy John's is, there was an old school newsstand. Like it's like like how often do you see that like a newsstand that's still in operation that just has like racks of magazines? And I'm walking by
Did you
this.
get a beat off mag or no?
Well, here's the thing, Mitch. I walk by this stand and I look over. They have like vintage Playboys and
Holy
vintage
shit.
Penthouse magazines,
Wow.
like in plastic, that are just there on display. And I go to Jimmy John's, ate my meal. I come back, I'm on the way there, and there's like people all over the place, like swarming this not swarming, but they're like walking by curiously, like looking at the offerings of this newsstand because it's got a lot of pedestrian traffic. And so I talked to the guy. I was like, hey, how's business? You don't see a lot of newsstands anymore. And he's like, oh, yeah, we started selling vintage stuff. And I realized they don't just have porno mags. They also have like vintage like Sports Illustrateds and, vintage Rolling Stones and stuff. He's like, yeah, we started selling vintage mags and now people like come by to check those out. And like it's like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's a really like smart way to, have this sort of dying business extend its shelf life. Anyway, what that long prelude brings me to is, Mitch, I got you a gift.
Wow.
I saw something that I thought would appeal to you. I got a couple of things. The first thing is actually for the studio. I thought just like a nice little bit of history and maybe something that we could have like as part of our backsplash commemorating our biggest hogged president, Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Wow.
This is a Time magazine
Wow.
from November 29th, 1963.
Holy shit.
Wow.
This is the man who was attached to Jumbo, which is what he nicknamed his hog. Very uncreative nickname for a big hog.
Yes.
Hey, this is my big dick.
I guess it's
big.
Yeah. I guess it's accurate.
Wow.
But that's for the studio. But Mitch, this is for you.
I hope it's a...
R.I.P. to a legend. I got you WWE superstar China's Playboy pictorial.
Wow.
So there you go.
Yes.
Wow. I am going to honor her memory. Oh, boy.
I actually like talking to the guy because he was like clearly like he'd been in the business for a long time and he'd figured out how to keep it going. And this place was like so old, it had one of those like manual credit card machines. Do you ever remember
Oh,
those?
yeah,
like
like
the pre-digital
yeah.
era, and where they like, Mitch, you remember these, right? Where they do like a physical imprint of your card.
Sure. Yeah.
So like he takes my credit card and he has to like put it in this machine and then he has to like run it like that. And I guess I don't know if it's low on ink or whatever, but he like doesn't get a good imprint of it. So he's like, I'm just going to write down the number so I have it.
Just
So
bizarre.
yeah, I know. So I have it for the transaction. And so I'm sitting there on the street, a lot of pedestrian traffic, holding a Playboy magazine for my friend, reading my credit card number to this guy aloud as he is writing it down in pen. And he writes it down, and then he writes on the expiration date and the
Doughboys
3-digit code or whatever. Actually, it was a personal card, but I could have used the Doughboys card. Feels less like a gift if I use the Doughboys card. And then he, of course, is like, hey, and I also just need your name. I was like, oh, it's Nick Weiger. He's like, no, I need your full legal name. And I tell him, well, my full legal name is Nicholas Frank Weiger, and sometimes I go by Frank, which means it's time for This Week in Hot Dog News and a new edition of Let Me Be Frank.
Wow. Wow. Was any of that true?
No.
You just had this magazine?
Hot dog, simmer in the city. Grate on my grill, getting greasy and gritty. Toast bun, don't it look pretty? Sucking on a dog like you're sucking on a titty. Pork and beef, sausages and long bread, rolling on a rolling grill, mustard and relish. One bite, it's a different world. Swap dog bites with a girl. Munch on, and chomp all night. Just wipe the farts, it'll be alright. That taste, when the casing has snapped. Later that day, you'll for sure have to nap as it simmers in the city like you're sucking on a titty. You ain't nothing but a hot dog, frying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hot dog, frying all the time. You ain't never been a burger and you ain't no lunch of mine. Well, they said you a sandwich. Well, that was just a lie. They said you a sandwich. Well, that was just a lie. You're just a bun around a wiener, so you sure don't qualify. Rank your heart with mine. Let your hot dog roll, take bites, taste me through the night. Down, down, down by the wiener. Down, down, down by the wiener. Down by the wiener. Eating bun and dog. Mustard kraut where you belong. Chili cheese coney. Down, down, down by the wiener. Down, down, down by the wiener. Down, down, down by the wiener.
What fucking song was that? Right now, you may not want to eat anything. Maybe you never wanted to eat anything, and maybe it's not to me you want to speak about these hot dogs, but eat something you obviously did. Look, you had a beautiful Frankfurter. Maybe more than a Frankfurter. I.e., 2 Frankfurters. And I envy you. In my place, most parents would hope the whole glizzy goes away, or pray that their sons want to eat a taco instead. But I am not such a parent. We rip out so much of our diets to be cured of meats faster than we should that we go Frankrupt by the weight of 330 and have less to order each time we go to a new restaurant. But to eat nothing, so as not to eat anything? What a waste of food. Have I spoken out of turn? Then I'll say one more thing. It'll clear the air, which smells like hot dogs. I may have come close, but I never ate what you two ate. Something always held me back. Or I filled up on bread. How you fix your meals is your business. Just remember, our mouths and our stomachs are given to us only once, and before you know it, you have IBS. And there comes a point when no one cooks for it, much less wants to feed it. Right now, there's rumblies, stomach pain. Don't kill it. And with it, the hot dog you ate.
Does Oscar Mayer know?
I don't think he does. That was Call Me By Your Frank.
Okay, so this is Let Me Be Frank. So I am going to go ahead.
It's Lamorne.
Hey, there you go.
he's kissing the glass.
I think he heard Let Me Be Frank. So we are going to search for hot dog news. And Mitch, you're going to use Google. I'm going to use my preferred search engine, Microsoft Bing.
Yes.
Mary, as a Chicagoan, spent some time in the city. Do you have any hot dog opinions?
I want to be on the fucking show.
Oh, we'd love to have you on.
Come on anytime.
Damn it, man.
No one's ever done this to us before.
That's why I'm doing. You guys are having a fucking good time with me. It's like, oh, you never been on that show? I'm like, no.
You're welcome to come on anytime.
Welcome on anytime. We'd love to have you.
We just will tell you, you'll regret those words. You'll not like the show.
I will regret it. I'm going to be reaching out.
All right, we love
it.
Please come on. We'd love to have you.
Right,
Wow.
take it easy.
Bye.
See ya. Wow.
Wow.
We booked a guest.
It's that easy.
We'll have a lot to talk about on that episode.
I'm so glad he didn't come in here while I was singing my hot dog parody of the song from Baldur's Gate 3.
I figured that's what it was from.
Jesus Christ.
A song no one knew. No one knew what the fuck you were saying.
It's gorgeous.
I would guess.
I mean, I'm
thank
sure
you,
many,
Mary.
many people.
I would guess 80% of our listenership knows that song.
How did I do with Call Me By Your Name? I'd never seen it. Was that close?
You did a great job. You're a good
thank
actor.
you.
You're a very good
Thank you.
actor.
I felt okay.
Yeah. I was trying to look sad looking at you, but that's like a hard thing to pull out. I'm impressed by actors. You look at Timothée Chalamet and just like the sadness he conveys with his eyes when he's just looking at his dad.
Actors. We couldn't high five correctly, but we still.
Wow.
One more time.
It's hard.
Yes.
Just
Take
look
two.
sad with your eyes silently.
Please cut that first one.
So we're going to look for hot dogs. I'm sorry, hot dog opinions. Any hot ones?
Any hot takes on dogs?
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm not into the Costco dog. I
okay.
like how big it is, but I don't like the burps afterwards. But
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Do you like, when you have a hot dog that you do like, do you have a set a series of toppings you like to throw on there?
I either like it like full Chicago style, mustard,
Sure.
Pickle, spicy peppers, but either that or like a ballpark dog, nothing on it.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Just a plain dog.
Yeah,
Mitch, how often do you do a plain dog?
I will sometimes like a plain dog. If I'm like at a cookout and like things are kind of wrapped up, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll take like a lukewarm dog and a bun and I'll be
sure.
happy.
Why not?
Yeah.
No, that's fun.
Especially if you got like a nice soft roll too. If you got one of those like Wonder Bread rolls.
Yeah.
Like a steamed bun.
Yeah. Yep.
Really
yep.
good.
I'm gonna go first because this first topic that I got on Bing is oddly relevant to what we just talked about. This is from the Daytona Beach News Journal. How does Costco keep the price of its hot dogs so cheap? When the new Costco at One Daytona opened for business Thursday morning, most customers immediately began shopping. Daytona Beach residents Jeremy Bowersox and Terry Deerdorf made a beeline instead for the store's food court. The first purchase, Costco's famous $1.50 quarter-pound all-beef hot dog and 20-ounce soda combo along with a $1.99 slice of pizza. Cheapest breakfast in town, said Deerdorf as she and Bowersox sat down to eat. How about that? And apparently they have calculated that the combo meal they charge $1.50 for should at least be $4.25 when factoring in inflation. So they're taking a loss on it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, no offense to those people in that article, but those names sound completely fake.
They do sound like, they 100% do. Jeremy Bowersox and Terry Deerdorf. I mean, it's in the paper, so we can say it aloud.
Here we go. Donna Kelsey, mom of Travis Kelsey, and Taylor Swift's BF, Wags.
That's true.
Oh, she ruined the NFL this year. Shares favorite hot dog and wine pairing ahead of the Super Bowl. I love that she's favorite hot dog and wine pairing ahead of the Super Bowl. Add ketchup.
So this is from a little bit ago because we're recording well after the Super Bowl.
Sure. I mean, it's hot dog news.
Yeah,
what do you want from me? Add ketchup and mustard and pair it with my favorite Barefoot Pinot Grigio, and you've got a simple classic.
Okay, here's a question. Barry, are you a drinker? You like a cocktail? You like a glass of wine?
Not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore?
Yeah.
Were you ever at a period, because I do like doing this, and we mentioned Paul Giamatti, he does this in Sideways. A glass of wine with some trashy food is actually kind of fun. And particularly what I like is like Popeye's fried chicken with like a glass of Pinot Noir, a lighter red, a lot of fun.
Okay, that is a nice pair. I might start drinking again for that pairing. That sounds good as hell. What do you like at Popeyes?
I really like just their spicy chicken.
Me too.
That's great. I like their red beans and rice. To me, that's a top
Really
tier side.
good.
Although I don't eat pork anymore, and it's made with pork, and so that's a bummer. Pretty good fries. I love all their sauces. I like their biscuits. I also that chicken sandwich. I know it's been memed to death, but it's a great chicken sandwich.
Are you do you like pork or the beef hot dogs? Are you which one?
I don't think I'm picky. I like them all.
I like pork, but I also like boiled dogs, which you don't.
I do like a boiled dog. Yeah, why not? I'll do that.
Consumption of teas, takeout hot dogs could come with a side of forever chemicals. That's not fun to read.
Oh boy.
Oscar Mayer hot dogs, the Kool-Aid Man in Sriracha, immortalized as Switch controllers. Why? This will bring us into McDonald's is doing manga. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I mean, we got texted about. I am very interested in checking it out. We texted about this on the text chain, I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I
have different taste in manga.
We do not want to hear what it is. But I
want to see. We should read it. We should do it for the podcast.
And I want to taste the sauce, the McDonald's sauce that they do with it.
Anyways,
it's exciting. I think that is. I know it's a corporate thing, but I think that's a cool promo.
Look, I think like there are a lot of creative people who work in marketing and come up with some like clever things. And so like when they did like the KFC game or whatever, it's just like, I know that I understand that this is a marketing stunt. I get what you're doing, but still I can still appreciate this because I think they made an interesting effort at this. Okay, here's one. A hot dog salad is the fresh twist on the classic, worth giving a try. This picture does not look appetizing. Does that look like something you'd want to eat?
I don't like that they kept it as a full link.
Yeah, no, that looks gross.
No, looks horrifying.
I don't know if you can see that one. Looks nasty.
There's another one that plays into this. Ohio man complaining about raising food prices eats Costco hot dogs for an entire week.
Wow.
Best $43 I've ever spent. FoxBusiness.com.
How many dogs?
That's a lot.
That must have been a lot of that.
They're $1.50.
They're $1.50. Yeah, holy shit.
Hot dog salad is just what it sounds like. All the typical toppings of a Frank, Chicago or otherwise, served atop a bed of greens rather than a bun. With so much overlap in the Venn diagram of a Chicago dog and a salad, not sure how you feel about that. The pairing is natural, but it isn't the only path forward. And I think the rest is paywalled.
I I think that's the sad thing is there's so many that are just like famed hot dog place shutting down, which is just a bummer.
That is a bummer.
The other thing that is always a bummer. Can we just put earmuffs on Jemmy real quick?
Yeah.
There's always also a lot of like dog trapped in hot car articles that come up.
Oh,
and then when
no.
I yelled at Bing about it, then Bing was like, "Well, I don't know what you want me to do. Like it's just like it's hard to sort these out." When I yelled at the Bing AI,
getting into a fight. 2 AIs getting into a fight with each other. Wags, I know that you didn't want to talk about this. We didn't have enough time, but I'm gonna cut the hot dog news. That was Let Me Be Frank.
Okay.
You wanted to talk about this picture of us from the last Jimmy John's.
That's
look
right.
How fucking we look like we Pokemon evolved into like bigger versions of ourselves.
Yes, yeah.
You're tiny.
Yes.
You look like a runner in this photo. And I look thin.
But we have like V-shaped torsos there.
That's insane.
Yeah, we look positively lean.
With Lauren Lapkus.
This is what 6 years of
That's
eating
insane.
Of eating fast food for content does to a man.
Holy shit.
We look like runway models.
Michelle Obama should just use a photo of us now and this photo.
And we're next to a famously slim guest, Lauren Lapkus.
Yeah.
It's not like we're there with the commissioner. Susser.
That's our three musketeers.
Yeah. So it's like you've got a comparison point. We look great. We're looking good there.
I thought I was the fattest person. Now I'm just like I'm like 100. It looks like I'm 100 pounds more. Whatever.
Here's the issue.
Look.
You never feel good about your body. That's just being a human being. You're just never comfortable in your own skin. And there's never a weight you'll get to that will make your life better.
And also time cruelly marches on. Is the other thing.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Relax. The Hollywood Handbook boys are out. We're just going to relax. They're here.
Think they'll be as nice as Lamorne?
Yeah, sure. They're not looking this way. All right, we're in good shape. Let's end the episode. Wise.
Well, we have to do a question. Also, I think the longer we stay in here, the less likely we are to be bullied. Okay. Hey, that was Let Me Be Frank.
Chef Kevin's looking at us, and Chef Kevin is pointing at us. You fool. Oh, God, Sean sees us. All right, go on. Get to the question, please.
Just like a restaurant about your feedback, let's open to the feedback. We actually have, if we want to grab our cans again, we have a voicemail today. So we can listen to this.
He's not coming to the door, is he?
No, we're doing
Oh, he's at the door. He's at the door.
Hey, buddy.
Holy shit.
Hi, Sean.
He's at the door.
Now that you're here, Nick and I want to invite you to a double. We want you and Hayes to do a double.
Oh, I've been downgraded from the flagship.
Sean, Jemmy is sniffing Sean.
Sorry.
We love you. It's good to see
We'd
you.
love to have you back, of course.
Yeah, we love you. I've heard that before. Probably every other month for the past 5 years. That fucking bit on the goddamn fucking show. I said, no, I'm done being polite about it. I want to be on the show.
Okay. Get you on.
Yeah, we got a double picked out for you. It's going to be great.
We got to have you guys on.
We were so afraid that you saw us.
Yeah.
And then you did.
We're getting shades.
You know Mary?
How you doing?
Hi, Mary. It's me, Sean. Do you want to do Hollywood Handbook? Please.
It's better than this. It's better than our show.
No, it's very
Less of a time
unpleasant.
We love you. Thank you for
Good to see
swinging
you, buddy.
by.
I love you. Just saying bye.
Welcome to the Headgum family.
Oh, my God.
That feels really good. All right, we have this
funny
voicemail
man.
today.
Terrifying and funny.
All right, here we go.
Hey, Doughboys. My name's Devin. My lovely wife, Lauren, and I are travel vloggers, and we have recently gotten into cruising recently. So we wanted to know if you guys ever got on a cruise. We know Nick doesn't travel anywhere, but if you ever got on a cruise, what fast food restaurants would you want represented on those cruises?
Great question.
Thanks for listening, and you can check us out at Travels and Tranquility on YouTube.
Wow, Travels in Tranquility on YouTube.
I also will
Give
say that
subscribe.
cruising is a slang term for like picking up people for sex, correct?
Yes, you were assuming.
It is.
Okay.
You were assuming Devin and his lovely wife were into some sort of depraved sexual behavior.
Yes.
Is really.
Anyways, to the question.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. I think that I would go. I think you need some sort of desserty place. This like, if you're on a cruise ship, it's gonna be hot. You want some sort of like frozen froyo.
Yeah, sure.
Or I know that this is weird to have this be the first spot that I go.
No,
but
I think this is completely reasonable. The question is like, where do you like? Do you want to do like a Rita's? Do you want to do something that's got like an Italian ice? Do you want to do something that's got like a?
just like a regular ice. Okay,
do you want to do like an ice cream place? Or are you thinking like more like a Jamba Juice? Or are you thinking a little of both?
Oh fuck, Jamba Juice is pretty good, but also like if I'm on a cruise, don't you want like fresh fruit and stuff like that on its own?
Yeah, sure, right.
Like I feel like you want more, like an Italian ice cream, or the crazy thing is like, what is the national ice cream chain? It's like Baskin Robbins.
Dairy
what the fuck?
Queen Orange Julius, and like a little bit of both.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Dairy Queen Orange.
I'm just here's the issue.
I think it should be a froyo place or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or Yogurtland. I think maybe people like
Yogurtland,
Yogurtland a little bit more. Here's my issue.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I'm going to feel trapped on a cruise ship, but in this exercise, I'm on a cruise ship. I'm having a good time.
Okay, you can't stand being on the ship.
I am very worried about having diarrhea because that restroom situation there is not going to be great.
You should be worried.
Yeah. And so I like a lot of the fast food options are things where I'm potentially going to have the rumblies, and so. And we're talking about places like eating a lot of dairy and then going in the sun. That can be a deadly combination.
Jesus
you know what
Christ.
I mean? Like if you're talking about an ice cream shop. So
the boat gets to use the noise when you're going. Dairy is scary when the sun is out, Mary.
Don't do that.
She's right. She's right.
It's just the Hollywood Handbook guys just have like a cloud of bullying spores that follows them around.
What am I saying?
Drafts onto other people.
No, she's right. She was right.
So I do appreciate the question. I mean, like, this is the thing. I think it would be fun to have something because you also are on vacation. This contradicts what I was just saying about having the rumblies.
Honest here. McDonald's is the fucking answer.
McDonald's would be great. It'd be great to have a good McDonald's there.
Yes.
But also, like, give me a good Taco Bell. Why not? Right?
That's
like,
fun
if
too.
I want to kind of go nuts
and
on
also,
vacation a little
if you can't
bit.
do like a full fryer setup, maybe Taco Bell would be an easier thing to do.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
You just Taco Bell Express, something like that.
Yeah.
And
how about Mary? You have any thoughts?
Oh, I used to do the Second City cruise ships.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So they did have a froyo. They did have tacos, but they never could do an authentic Italian slice.
Whoa.
Wow.
The pizza was not good.
We want good pizza.
We want pizza.
So is the answer a Domino's? Domino's isn't quite good pizza, but it's Domino's, and if you want Domino's,
you know what you're getting. Yeah,
you know what you're getting.
Sure.
And it does feel like they could maybe like ingredients would be hard to store and stuff like that, but like. It's a conveyor belt, an electric conveyor belt that they put the stuff through.
I think what you do is you want to get one of those, and we haven't found one we love, but I think 800 Degrees comes closest to one of those personal pie made to order, custom for everyone, because you got the whole family there, and
that's
the
what
kids
it
are going to want something
I don't
different.
Even like it, but that seems like it would be on a cruise ship.
But like not a Blaze, because Blaze is like, and I've had the Blaze at Crypto.com. It's like fucking whatever. Like you don't want Blaze, but like one of the other ones, one of the other like made to order pizza concepts.
How would you describe your time on the cruise ship? Would you say it was, did you enjoy it or?
First week, fantastic. The whole rest of the time, floating jail. It was it was brutal.
How long were your tours?
The contracts were 4 months.
Oh my
Were you on the ship for
God.
4 months continuously?
Well, you did like port.
Got it,
you can get out for a little while, but it was not good.
But you port and get out for a little while, but is it like a kind of thing of just like, okay, we finished this cruise, we're going to come back to wherever, Miami or wherever we're docking.
Mm-hmm.
What was the port?
I did the Alaska tour, so
Okay.
it was actually really nice because we ported in like Seattle.
Okay, so we're going
That's
back to
cool as hell.
Seattle.
Yeah, it was really great.
Is it like we got a day or two of downtime, or is it like we're getting this passengers off, we're cleaning this thing, and we're getting a new set of passengers on?
Like every week it would turn over.
Every week would turn over.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So you had a little bit of time to maybe fly home or whatever, or were you living in Seattle at the time?
Oh no, like you. Oh, I'm sorry. You had like a day.
Oh, you had like a day. Okay.
And then
Yeah.
you would go right back.
Got it.
on.
Got it.
Did you ever see like swells, like high seas? Did it ever get?
Yeah, and it was actually beautiful. It was
Oh,
very,
shit.
very gorgeous. Yeah.
On TikTok, my sister sent me like the North Sea. There's like North Sea TikTok, and it's
I got
like,
it. That's a reminder. I got to
yo
text coordinate.
ho,
Yeah.
all hands on deck, and it's like that
That's
song,
fun, yeah.
they like that shanty song, and then it's like shows like crazy North Seas, and then like I was wondering. Because I know that the North Sea. Wait a minute, hold on. I don't know the amendments. The North Sea is off the East Coast, right? This is like the North Sea.
You know better than me. I don't know my
I
seas.
know, not.
And then whatever that the North Sea is up there. Oh, man, fuck, I don't know.
You're right.
It is.
It's between Great Britain, Denmark, Norway, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, and France. So it's like
Okay, yeah.
over there.
And so whatever the sea is up there, what is it? It's I don't know what the sea is up there with around Alaska, but it can get really very rough, right?
Very rough, and all these icebergs in
Mohawk.
certain spots.
Oh
and,
shit,
yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah. It's scary.
Were you on there with you? I'm sure you came very close with other performers who were on the tour with you. Anyone from the that we would know from the show?
God, I don't even know. Allison Bills?
Okay, I know.
You know Bills?
I know. Yeah, I know of her. Yeah.
Do you know a fella named Cody Dove?
No, but I feel like I also know of who that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brian Jack?
No. Oh,
Okay.
but Chicago folks.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's such a fucking crazy. It just turns into jail
Oh,
after a
yeah.
week. What the
Yeah.
fuck is this guy doing?
I'm buried in seas now. I did know
Gulf
the
of Alaska.
I did know the
What is
Baltic
it?
Sea was off of the coast of Estonia.
Okay. Yes.
The Gulf of Alaska is also known as the Bering Sea.
The
or just
Bering Sea.
Pacific
That's what I was
Ocean.
trying to think of.
I know this. I've
Bering
seen the
Sea.
North Sea. I know the North Sea. I just couldn't think of the name.
Get into North Sea TikToks. That they'll.
But Labrador Sea.
Oh my God! All right, we're gonna. I need to end the episode. He's gone off rails. He's looking at seas.
Where Mitch? Here's a question for you. Where is Baffin Bay?
Ireland?
It's not Ireland.
I just had to guess that in case I got it wrong.
No, it is between Canada and Greenland. Is Baffin Bay? How about that?
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it.
Cool.
The Beaufort Sea. So that's near Alaska.
Dear Lord.
And then the Bering
All right.
Sea you mentioned. This is like I
That about does it for
got
this
a little
episode.
globe app I can kind of spin
Mary,
here.
do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Wait, do we hit on good fast food chains for it? How about a hot dog and a stick? That's fun for kids and that's very vacationy. And they got the lemonade. They got the frozen lemonade there.
Perfect. Answer solved. Hot dog on a stick. You can go look back, look into seas. Wags, end the fucking show.
Mary, thank you so much for being here. It's an absolute treat. It's been too long. We got to get you back sooner than the next time. This was so fun. Thanks for staying so long. Oh, more high fives. I'm ready for
Oh,
them.
these are shakes.
These are shakes.
They're shakes. Thank you for sticking with me through these Watergate allegations. Do you have anything you'd like
I
to
don't
plug?
get no retweets.
Should have been you, buddy. Should have been you. Listen to Hey Randy on CBB World.
Hell yeah.
Wait, tell us about the cast of Hey Randy.
It's Tim Baltz, Lily Sullivan, and Dan Lippert, as well as Brett Morris.
Brett Moore. Oh, Brett. Yeah, we know
Yeah.
Brett. Yeah.
Check that out. That's at cbbworld.com. People can subscribe and check that out.
Right.
We've wasted too much of your time.
We have. This
Thank
has
you
been-
for being
this has
here.
been
We
too
need to
long.
get you out of
Oh,
here.
it was a blast. Thank you,
The
guys.
studio's getting hotter. It's trying to get us out of here.
Questions or comments, feedback at birdfuck.com or 830-GO-DOE. Get the Doughboys Doubler Weekly bonus episode plus our entire pre-A 2018 back catalog at
Is he reading something? Is he on a
patreon.com/Doughboys.
C Wikipedia?
Producers Emma Erdbrink, associate producers Amelia Marino, our engineer is Casey Donahue, our video editor is Mike Dorfman. Until next time, for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, I'm Nick Weiger. Happy eating!
See ya.
Hey, buddy, want Doughboys merch? We're talking hats, shirts, sweatshirts, patches, glasses, all sorts of stuff. Aprons. It's all available at kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. That's kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. Sources for the intro are in the episode description.
That was a Headgum podcast.